West London rapper ASB bringing you the freshest talent in the game. Real talk, true stories.
I'm waiting for the drop like a rapper, fam. Start it again. Just start it from the beginning.
You're listening to Real Talk, True Stories. The freshest podcast bring you nothing but real talk and true stories from your favorite personalities, entrepreneurs. This is an edutainment podcast. Education, edutainment.
Yo, it's your boy ASB, and right now it's Real Talk True Stories, the podcast, the realest podcast straight out of Europe. We on tour right now. We up in Harlem, NYC, 141st Street, Frederick Douglass. We out here, and before I sort of reveal my guest's name, I'm gonna give me a little introduction. You know what I'm saying? He's a Harlem rapper. He's been around the hood from early. You know, you've seen him. Legendary rap battles. And always seemed to be like one of the loyal stand-up riders from the squad, no matter what squad he was repping. From Dipset to Bird Gang to Skull Gang. We got Un Kasa in the building. What's Gucci, bro?
Man, working, man. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. Thanks for having me, man. Bring me up in the crib and shit. That's love. You know what I mean? That's no official problem, tissue, man. I appreciate that. I mean, a lot of people from over like Europe and our side of the globe, obviously in New York, you'd have been known for, you know, many things, from the hustle to the mixtapes, the freestyles. But I think one of the places that you really stood out and became apparent over in like Europe was on the Dipset intro and shit. Yeah. On the Diplomatic Community album, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Like that aggressive flow, fam.
Yeah, shout out to Cam, Juelz, Freaky Zeke, Jim Jones, the Diplomats for giving me that opportunity, man. The album just turned, 12 years old?
No way.
Years anniversary, something like that.
Yeah, I had that shit on vinyl.
I got my plaque on the way too. I spoke to Cam.
For real?
I got my double platinum.
Yeah.
Plaque.
But you know what it was? It was like the way he was introduced to the world was epic. It weren't like you get a freestyle, then you get an epic freestyle, something that everyone remembers forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We had, and when I did it, I didn't even know they was gonna use that on the album.
Oh, for real?
Because at the time, when I recorded that, I had caught a legal case and I moved to Chicago. And I had got signed to Lupe Fiasco. I was a part of the First and 15 along with Stack Bundles.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I was signed to First and 15. So
the world would never have known that, bro.
The way I found out that I was on the album was kind of crazy. I went to go get some Dutchess one day, and I bought the Double XL magazine with Dr. Dre, Eminem,
and 50
on the cover, and they had the discography of what albums was coming out and who was starting off what. And
yeah.
I seen my name and I bugged out. I was like,
yo,
oh, shit. That's how I found out I was gonna be on a Diplomat.
So that's how Cam moves sometimes. He surprised people like that, yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely a surprise.
And a dope one too, man. I mean, that always stood out to me, man. And I mean, I used to be a DJ at first, so I used to have all these joints on vinyl and shit.
Okay.
I was a garbage DJ though, I ain't gonna lie. I just, you know, like when it came to the mixing, I wasn't on point, but I knew when to drop a hot joint and what to drop. So I figured I had like a good taste in music rather than a skill for actual DJing. You get me? But
I feel you.
I mean, I used to buy a lot of the mixtapes and shit.
Okay.
So we used to have like kind of like markets over in London where there would be bootleg versions of them. Yeah. Because they couldn't actually import a mixtape because it was a mixtape, you know what I'm saying? But the bootleg ones used to be over there, and obviously Dipset, D-Block, G-Unit, there was an era where if you never had their mixtapes, you was missing out every other week, every other month, you feel me?
Definitely.
And you was a regular feature on all of them, bro.
Yeah, I put in a lot of work in the early 2000s with Diplomat in that era. Like, like it's crazy because nowadays eras can be from 6 months to a year. Like an era used to be like from a 5 to a 10-year span.
To a 10-year span, yeah.
But now it's an era is like every year. Like every year.
The music's dispensable now, man. Like it comes and it goes. People are dropping like 3 videos a month, and
like
people forget about them.
Freestyle last month, and 3 months later it's old. Like nobody don't like.
No one rock with it no more.
It's like
So, but I mean, like it's crazy.
People don't appreciate the art no more, I think.
No, I don't. I think it's dispensable, man. I think that people are throwing out so much music at a time that it's like it's oversaturated. The quality may be different. Everyone follows trends, and I think like the originality that the whole Diplomat movement and Harlem brought to the game was something that made them have that long run. You feel me? Because prior to that, Cameron had already had like solo success, or you know, almost had it with the early albums and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But when Dipset came out as a movement, that's when it was the illest. You know what I'm saying?
Because there was so many of us. Because we had so many different entities of part of Dipset. You had Purple City. You know, you had Taliban. You had Bird Gang. You had 730. You had just a big gumbo pot of artists that was creative. J.R. Ryder, 40 Cal, Hell Rel. You know, you had a lot of dope people.
Did you have any, other than yourself, did you have any favorites in Dipset?
Yeah, Cam, Juelz, Jim.
It's like the main runners, yeah.
Hell Rel.
Yeah.
J.R. Ryder. I pretty respected and loved everybody as a conglomerate. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I always got from it, man. Like
there
me,
wasn't really nobody that I didn't like musically. We might have not got along. Everybody might have seen eye to eye. Not saying that we didn't get along, but
agreed to disagree a lot and shit like that. Yeah.
I respected everybody as artists.
That's the power that the movement had, bro. That you could do something like that. You know what I mean? Have so many different personalities, egos, talents within one movement and control it.
Definitely.
And you mentioned that you had like Purple. You was part of Purple City Bird Gang, right?
Yeah, I'm a founder member of Purple
City. Yeah.
Shout out to Shay. Shout out to Aguilar.
So
yeah,
that was the members, yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I had that album too, bro, man.
Yeah,
that album was cold.
Yeah, we did we actually did a couple of albums as Purple City. We did Road to the Riches. Those was like the best of Purple City mixtapes.
Yeah.
We had the what else we had? We had the Paris to Purple City album.
Paris to Purple City.
And we had the Purple album. So
yeah, the Purple album is like, I feel like almost like you guys classic.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I mean?
I feel like that was one of our most underrated projects.
Yeah. Because when it came out, I was excited to download it and go.
We had so many features.
Shit, you know what I mean?
We was like the first artist to really start fucking with the South artists. You know what I'm saying? We was like to bring the South.
That's the beats that you had on the album. You was like that was before Lil Wayne and then was using like the Heat Makers.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing about Dipset, bro. You was bringing producers through.
We had songs with BG. We had songs with a lot of people. 7-7. Well, I think he was 336 Mob or something like that.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
3-6 Mafia?
Nah, it was a crew called 336 Mob or something like that. They was from, like down south. We was messing with a lot of folks from that era, from the Bone Crushers to
Real Talk. Cameras on the remix for that early too, man. So Purple City Bird Gang was you one of the founding members. That was like a branch off of Dipset, if you like.
Yeah. Purple City as a crew actually started like we did a CD called Purple City versus Taliban.
Okay.
Shout out to Luke Abrazi.
Yeah, I remember him.
I was a part of the Taliban. You know what I'm saying? And then that CD pretty got a big buzz in the tri-state area.
Okay.
And going into the second part 2 of it, Luca had got incarcerated, so me and S.A.S really started kicking it large. You know what I'm saying? He was kicking it real hard. So I like migrated on the Purple City side for his business.
Yeah.
I was always Taliban, but like on the business side, I migrated to more on the Purple City side.
It made sense at the time.
It definitely made sense.
Sounds like it made sense. Because if you don't move, you're stagnant. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
Real talk. And how did one thing I was thinking about, you was part of Skull Gang too, right?
Yeah.
So at a later stage, Juelz's movement. I mean, how did Skull Gang come around, man?
Basically, I had parted ways with Purple City, and I always told Juelz if he ever got a situation like far as being an executive or a label, I would come fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Juelz was going through a lot of changes in his career, you know, growing up and stuff like that. So you know, he was really, you know, he was going through his situation with Cam. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like contract-wise and stuff. So he was really trying to do his own thing. So Juelz owned his own studio. So we would work. I think we stayed in the studio for 4 or 5 years straight.
More than everyone as well. You could see from the DVDs.
You know, so we was in the studio, and it was artists that, as we was growing as artists, it was artists that was coming around us.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? That we handpicked. That we was like, yo, when we start this crew, this is who gonna be down with the crew. Like Nero, like shout out to De Niro. He from Raleigh, North Carolina. He grew up around us. He basically, his cousins basically brung him around us. So when we got it popping, you know, we put him around. Rab went to school with Juelz brother Twin. They went to college together.
Okay. So that was a heavy connection. Yeah,
they played varsity ball through Slow from Slow Bucks.
Slow Bucks, yeah.
Brung John Depp around.
Which is Lloyd Banks' cousin, is that right?
Yeah, that's Lloyd Banks' cousin.
Yeah,
that's Banks' cousin. So, you know, that was kind of funny, you know, that Banks was down with Junior and he became down with Dipset.
I used to think that same shit, bro.
But, you know,
but it was interesting, though.
And then the girl Star, she came through my man Sugar J. You know what I'm saying? It's like once we all got in the studio together, the chemistry was magic. We was in the studio for like 2-3 years together, made hundreds of records, and we put together a masterpiece. And, you know,
the Skull Gang album.
Yeah, like we was really the first ones to be doing the videos with the commercials and all that. Like when World Star first got popping, we was like
he was
the
using
first ones.
Jordan Tower before it was even World Star.
We was the ones that set the pace. You know, and
that was a wavy album, bro.
Yeah,
very wavy.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? We really set the pace for that type of shit, and it was like the net the way it is. It was just getting that big. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like we got to be the innovators of the shit that people
from
really,
early bird.
Really getting paid off now.
You know, like with Dipset, one thing I wanted to say about Dipset, and when I say Dipset, I probably really mean Harlem, because. People say Dipset because it's the biggest movement.
But Dipset's so spread it out. You would put a limit on it if you just said Harlem, because I done went everywhere in the world.
That's true.
And from you know, even cross seas, and people just love Dipset. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real talk.
Like our biggest markets is just in some of the strangest places. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like they're a powerhouse in hip hop, no matter what. Like even I think what I was gonna say was one thing that I noticed and what people used to talk about on the block. You know, and I'm talking about over in London and shit, like in a whole other country, whole different blocks.
We had S.A.S.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Mega and Mayhem.
Yeah, Mega and Mayhem. And, you know, they came through Dame and other, like I always knew them. I met them years ago with my man Cool. Shout out to Cool. But,
we actually had them on the podcast already, man.
You know what I'm saying? It was just like
them.
They was cool dudes and they was dope and they was you know, they was from Europe and the niggas was like, damn, they rap like they from New York, but they had spent so many time growing up
over here playing ball and shit. They said
visas coming to
yeah.
United States, so that's where all of music and fashion came with them.
Were they probably like your favorite artists that you had heard from Europe? Overall, in terms of rap music,
but they definitely was.
Yeah.
But from fucking with them, they was putting those on to other people,
cats.
Even guys that was down with them. So that just brought in my mind that this hip hop shit is really big.
It's huge, bro.
So,
and I think that's what happens in New York. People they not everyone, because you're open minded the way you corrected me on the Harlem shit worldwide. But some people, they don't really think of hip hop being big everywhere else because New York's the mecca of it. You know what I'm saying? It was born here.
It's nothing that's not hip hop orientated. Presidential campaigns play hip hop music.
Movies,
Pamper commercials,
soundtracks.
movies, commercials, everything. It's something. It's not one thing that haven't put themselves connected to hip hop. It's not one thing in this world that's
fact,
not
bro.
connected to hip hop.
Fashion,
anything.
Pop music.
There's people that don't know how to speak the language but can sing a whole song.
Yeah, real talk.
So
it's funny because there's a rapper called Big Twins who used to be with Mobb Deep, infamous Mob.
Yeah.
He done a show in London, and me and him have got a joint together, so he rang me out and whatnot. But this crowd that he performed for, I was like, bro, I haven't even seen the advert for this show. How is it gonna? And he's like, bro, it's some Polish motherfuckers that book me. They pay mad bread, and all these Polish motherfuckers come out to see it because they love Mobb Deep. So you got people in there that don't talk English
but know the records,
and it's the body language and the hand movements, and they knew
Yeah,
every
you can
word
connect
and
with
shit.
them.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and
yo,
they can relate. You know what I'm saying? Because A lot of people don't know in Europe is like Brixton and places. It's ghettos.
Oh shit, you know,
I
Un Kasa.
know about
Shout out Brixton, man.
Shout out Brixton. You know
Word.
what I'm saying? So I know a lot
Yeah,
about,
you be knowing.
you know, I
Yeah.
do my research. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of people that used to when we had the Diplomats mixtape websites and little blogs back then. They used to reach out from, and I had a big following in Europe. So you know. Shout out to Europe.
What
man,
like
UK.
I think Europe and especially London, because London's like a smaller version of New York. I feel like they love Dipset on a different level.
No, they do. They
on a different level, bro. Like you had people
like they're cult followers. You know what I'm saying? It's people that walk around with Diplomat carved in their skin like they was from right with us. You know what I'm saying? So
even in the hood in 2004 times and that you had like when people used to do like. Man, the crazy shit. They used to slap people and say Dipset. You know what I'm saying? Like
it was, man. It got the bad to some places to where we couldn't even do shows under the Dipset name because it was gangs named Dipset in Purple City. And they was catching homicides and stuff like that, like in Rochester and stuff like that. So it was a time where I lived in. It was a time where I lived in Syracuse, and they had a whole hood called Purple City, and then they used our logo as they logo.
You already know I was gonna get into this.
So you know,
because when I was talking about Dipset, but then I went into Harlem, I was actually gonna finish off by saying that you was probably the first rappers to bring gang into music, but not on purpose, but you bring the neighborhood out. So it seemed that, you know what I mean?
It definitely wasn't. Some people took it in the wrong way. We definitely wasn't glorifying the gang life, but we was definitely affiliated, and it was a part of our reality. It was a part of our story. You know what I'm saying?
Which people loved.
Which the people loved, but it was just a reality.
Yeah.
It's like it wasn't that we was on some macho machismo shit here with gangbangers and all.
That's why they loved you though,
because
it
wasn't
wasn't
the lifestyle.
It wasn't like glorified and it wasn't
very
boasted.
real.
It was just real life, true stories.
There's a lot of people that started with Dipset that's not alive. There's a lot of people that's down with Dipset that's doing life and never coming home and shit like that. So
it's like I think the video in the earlier days, the Purple City Bird Gang video.
Let me tell
that
you
shit
how
was
that came
crazy,
together.
bro.
Let me tell you how that came
One of my
together.
favorites, man.
We owned the studio. We had ran into some money. My man S.A.S ran into like one of his old school childhood friends, which owned a sneaker store, and he had a studio at the bottom.
Okay.
So my man, he was going through some financial trouble, I think, at the time. So S.A.S paid him for the sneaker store and for the studio. So we used to just go down there and record every day. So one day, you know, we come down there. We had the office upstairs, whole purple office, everything. We was really into the color purple. I'll tell you about that later. But we go to the studio and I got this beat playing, and one day S.A.S in there, and at the time when Purple City first got popping, I was doing the writing for me and S.A.S. You know what I'm saying? S.A.S was never a rapper. He just did it to be cool. You know, S.A.S was always a hustler.
I met him at
you know what I'm saying?
the Dame Dash movie set about 2 years ago.
You know what I'm saying? So he was always a hustler. So he wanted to rap. But one day I came in the studio. He said he was going to write his own verse. So the Purple City Bird Gang verse S.A.S wrote, and it was dope. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. It's hard body, bro.
S.A.S laid his verse. He told me to do a verse. I did a verse. Jim Jones came through that day, did a verse, and we threw it on a mixtape. And niggas was fucking with this song, right? So
just the clap.
One day,
shit's lit.
One day I was in Def Jam, and I was going to the Rockefeller office to see my man Ant Lava. It was one side was Dipset and one side was Rockefeller, but you had to go through the Rockefeller side to get to the Dipset side.
Yeah.
So I went. Lava was coming out. He was at head of promotions.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But he was around the office where all the A&Rs. He had like a little cubby office with a big ass speaker. And he was playing all the dopest music from Dipset to Rockefeller and all that. So one day I was coming out. He was pumping the pro. He was like, "Yo, it's this guy named Carl Verner. He want to shoot a video."
Okay.
He want to shoot a video. He shoot movies, but he want to shoot a video for Purple City Bird Gang on film. If y'all got the money, let's do it. Such and such. I ran the eye through Shice seen at Lava. They got up. They had a meeting. Next thing I know, we were scouting for locations.
Yeah.
For the video. The day that we were scouting for locations, that was the blackout. It was a big blackout in New York where the whole New York lost power.
Shit.
You know what
So
I'm saying?
everything was down.
So around like 3-something, 2 in the afternoon, 3-something, all the lights went out. We didn't even know. Traffic, lights out. And
Yeah, traffic lights,
had no
everything.
pass,
Yeah,
so,
yeah. That's crazy.
That day, my man Shice had 2 fully charged laptops, and we watched movies and ate Chinese food until the lights came back on the day. But like a couple of days after that, we shot the Purple City Bird Gang video right in the smack dead on my block, 151st between Amsterdam and Broadway. Shout out to Battlegrounds. I was always telling my people when I was little, the non-believers, that I was going to shoot a video on how I was going to be on my block, and then it ended up being true. Wake up, take a cab to my block, got the Winnebago out there with the wardrobe, got the cameras setting up in the middle of the block.
That's cold.
Early in the morning. First person that was on set to greet me and congratulate me was Juelz' mom. Shout out to Miss Debbie. She was the first one on set. The second person
That's
was
love right there, though. That's the real shit.
Second person on set was like childhood friend I watched grow up, my man Malcolm. So it was everything was perfect.
That's ill.
And it was actually the first day, the first annual Santana's Town Day. So it was everybody was out.
Well, he got an annual day.
Yeah.
No way.
It was like Santana's Day, like where he give back to the hood, cookout, big basketball game, prizes, stuff like that.
Now that's cold.
So it was just like a perfect day. Everybody came out to that video. Cam, it was perfect.
Yeah, that video, bro. That
Cam
video
was the pink range out. It was a perfect day.
The purple and the pink, the way the shit dropped was so cold, bro. That Dipset and other artists had like $1 million budgets for previous videos, but that one was so gully, bro, that it was one of my personal favorites. You know what I mean?
Because it was crispy, because it was filmed, and we spent like $27,000 for that video.
Massive budget still, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, massive budget, man.
Because we had to get the permits to block off the streets and
because you bring the piano out and shit.
We put the piano in the middle of my block. Like, that's epic shit that nobody gonna never forget. And like, it's kids that's grown now that's having kids that was little kids in
the video. Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta look. It's like when I look at shit like that, I be like, oh damn, we came a long way. And
it's like I want to let the people know how this has come around. So last, I think it was like Monday or some shit. I'm with Dave East, which is my boy over here, rapper that's doing these things.
Shout out East. And
he told me, yo, we shooting a video with Jim Jones in Harlem. So I'm like, yo, I gotta be at that shit. You know what I mean? I'm a Dipset fan and that. So we slide through, and halfway through the video, my man Un Kasa pops up. You know what I'm saying? Looking fly and shit. You know what I mean? Live and direct.
And that Cranberry and Vodka Thriller.
You see what I'm saying?
Anniversary shit.
And and then the minute you popped up, bro, it's like I've been chilled the whole day, not really talking to no one. Got introduced to Jones, that was dope. But then the minute, you know, you're gonna remember this. The minute you popped up, I said, yo, fam, to the side.
Yeah.
I fucks with you, bro, hard, man. But the energy that you had brought to the game, like it was memorable, and I needed to salute you for it. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why we here, bro. I fucks with you, bro.
Like people like you, there's the people I still continuously to do this for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The true fans that still appreciate good music and, you know, and respect the culture and what we bring to the game. Those are the fans that I still fuck with. Those are the fans I do this for. So I appreciate
It's like, yo, fam, it's mad, bro. Like the energy that you brought in that video, the Purple City Bird Gang video, was crazy, fam.
Because that was actually like my first video to where was my first video.
Wow.
To where it was me. So
your
like,
thing,
this is my shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's nuts, bro.
On my block, 6 o'clock in the morning, shooting.
Was it early like that? Yeah.
Jeez. It was like crack of dawn. Shice. That night I stayed at Shice's crib. He used to live in the Washington Heights. I stayed at his crib. He made sure I stayed at his crib so I wouldn't miss nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's mad.
Yeah, we just smoked wild weed. We cried the night before.
Shice, you Shice a heavy smoker too, right?
Yeah, hell
It's what we were saying off the mic. We got the man in
there.
here.
We smoked probably damn near 2 ounces the night before, just sitting in this room planning and talking about how this shit gonna come out. Like it was so much. It was so much story. It's a storybook with that.
For everything almost.
With the Purple City video, we can do a short story movie on just
how it came about
how that song and video came about. Like,
you know, the mixtape that I always remember was the was it the Incredible Purple Piff?
Yeah, the Incredible Piff mixtape.
Yeah, that shit.
Incredible Hawk on it.
That shit there. that was for me my intro to Purple City Burgang in its kind of.
That was like an important piece to the puzzle, because at that time we was heavy promoting the purple weed. You know what I'm saying? The purple haze strand of the weed, and you know, we was calling the piff. And that was like our introduction to the show in the game. Now we here, we got dope shit. We had the Act Crazy cover. You know what I'm saying? We was like the first ones to do the pull out, fold out covers.
That's crazy.
And shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, bro.
I still got.
When I copped that mixtape,
around.
I copped it. They used to do like 5 for £10, which is like probably like $15 and shit. And I remember having a D Block one, something Lost in Yonkers or some shit. Then I see Dipset Mania, or some. Nah, it may not have been a Dipset Mania. It was mad pale pink, and it was where they had the freestyles before Juelz' CD was coming over the Tipsy beat and shit like that.
Yeah.
But then the incredible Purple Piff mixtape, I was like, the fuck is this? Look cold. Like I picked that one up. Start looking through the track listing and I see Jones on there, I see you, I even see the Ghostface Killer track. I remember that shit. Yeah, and I'm like, wait, yo, this shit look crazy. Because I ain't even heard none of these joints yet.
We had, like, at that time, S.A.S, it was, those mixtapes was branded for Purple City artists, but we had a lot of
links and ties
to other artists that was giving us music. And we was putting Ali Vegas. Shout out to Ali Vegas.
This is what I'm saying, bro. Early as well.
Like, we been fucking with Smoke Dizzy. He was part of a group called Smoking Numbers.
And now he's doing his thing.
To the A Mafias, to the
A Mafia.
J Mills. Everybody that was significant to that era was on a Purple City mixtape. If you wasn't on a Purple City mixtape,
you wasn't really relevant.
You was out the loop.
Yeah, facts.
You was fucking out the loop. I'm being honest.
Deadly serious.
Ask the people. You got people right here. Like, ask the people. Like, you was out the loop if you ain't have none of that shit.
That's a fact. I think that you gonna co-sign that, right?
Yes. That's
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yo, this is a real talk.
So if you ain't have that shit, you was out the loop. If you ain't have like you had to be. That was another world, man.
Everyone knows anyway, bro. I think the world knows. If they acting like they don't know, they just stupid. Because to me, I feel like at that stage, bro,
you can't. We can Purple
unstoppable,
City,
bro.
As a whole, Purple City as an entity, we put out 13 projects.
Jeez,
that's a
lot,
career.
Bro. It's a lot of work, man.
That's a career right there.
And there weren't no EPs then, bro. Shit was like
EPs.
18, 22 joints and shit.
22 tracks, fold out covers, skits,
Yo.
all that shit, songs, features. Like,
do you miss that kind of angle of the game? Yeah.
Do I? Because the game is so
kind of flimsy a little bit.
Here today, going tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's like nobody's stamping, nobody's putting that type of energy out. Like, we the last of the Wu-Tangs.
Yeah, that's real talk. That's real talk, man.
I remember when we dropped the Purple album, the Source magazine said this is the new generation of NWA and shit like that. And we was number 2 and 3 on the Billboard of hip hop and shit. We outsold motherfuckers. I mean, we outsold Clinton Sparks that week.
Oh shit, yeah, killing the game, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Putting them numbers away.
The first week we sold 10,000 records, independent.
Straight like
10,000 records, independent.
Was it Koch Records at the time?
Yeah, that was Baby
Koch,
Grand Couch.
Yeah. I mean, like you said it yourself. I was gonna ask a question that I had written. I had kind of like wrote some shit on the way down there, but it's like you kind of already showed me why, if that makes sense. I always saw that the bond and the brotherly love that you and Juelz had, and the loyalty you had towards him throughout the whole start to finish was so deep. You know what I mean?
Me and Juelz grew up together. Me and Juelz did a lot of shit together. Me and that kid got a story. We got a book. We can write a book on our relationship. That's my brother.
The way you said that his mom's come to greet you and congratulate you, that explained it to me.
Like my mom, like his mom's, like on my birthday, I wake up, it's a text that say, "Mom, Dad, happy birthday, many more. I love you. I miss you." Stuff like that. His son calls me, shit like that. You know, when his
was
kids
he like your
me,
first friend out of the Dipset movement?
Yeah, he's definitely my first friend out the Dipset movement, because we from the battlegrounds, and that's just like. It's an expansion from one block to another. You know what I'm saying? From 151st to 153rd. He from 53rd. I'm from 51st. I'm an OG. I'm a little older than Juelz. I'm an OG from my block. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like that bond.
Is that, were you from a different part of Harlem than Jones and Cameron?
Yeah, Jones is from Jones. Like, Cam is from down this area. Where you at right now is like down the hill. This is 8th Avenue. This is like Crime Square. This is crazy down here.
Yo,
this is
listen,
Afghanistan. This
facts.
is some other shit.
That's some
you know
facts, bro. I jumped out the taxi and shit was
I'm
wild.
I rep
We're in the
down
projects
here
now,
too,
bro.
because I've been here for about. My mom's been here for about 15, 16 years.
Okay.
So on my resume is 151st and 141st, only a 10 block
Radius,
and,
yeah.
and a couple of avenues down. You know what I'm saying? But this is the Mother Zion apartments. This is where you at right now. You're in the middle. You're in the middle where young kids at 17 years old die early. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing promised around here.
Yeah, bro.
Gentrification is fucking the hood up because they ain't making nothing for us here. They pushing us out.
Yeah,
like I
they
said,
be doing that.
Like I said, I'm from up the hill. I'm from the battlegrounds. I'm from 151 between Brickway and Cracksterdam. That's Broadway and Amsterdam Avenue.
Yeah,
and that's like the cusp between Harlem and Washington Heights.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I always was trying to work that out because Washington Heights I used to think was part of Harlem,
You know what I'm saying?
but it's not, right? It's like when you're going towards the Bronx and
Once you
shit.
get past 155th, that's Washington Heights.
So
From 155th to 110th, that's Harlem, east or west.
Okay,
Once you get to the east side of Harlem, that's East Harlem. That's El Barrio.
that's where we was the other day, right?
You're in the Wild Hundreds right now. This is the west side of Harlem, the middle of everything.
Okay.
This is the borderline between east and west.
Because I was gonna say to you, we need to break down what Harlem means, and that's you're breaking it down deeper than I wanted, which is great, fam. I mean, like over in, where I'm from, the area that I actually live in is called Hayes, but it's spelled with a Y instead of a Z, right? So the man them over there, when the gangbanging thing was popping off worldwide and shit, or every hood had their crew, and then it turned into a clique who was banging and whatnot. We was running with the purple bandanas, and they was calling it Purple Haze Harlem as a name.
Yeah,
But it was based on what you lot had brought to the game, real talk.
Because at that time, it was like we brought, like, you got to look. Not only that we captured people musically in their minds, but you got to understand we also brought the fashion side to the game.
The swag was crazy.
Like, before us, it wasn't no men besides Prince wearing purple or pink. Those
Facts.
two
Facts,
colors.
facts.
So we brought that to the game. You know what I'm
And
saying?
he wasn't hard enough to make the man them wear it. You know what I'm saying?
We call slack because we caught a lot of slack from people because people thought the purples was representing Crips, which is the Grape Street Crips.
Grape
Shout out to
Street,
Grape
yeah.
Street Crips on the west
Shout out my
side of
290
town.
boys.
Word, shout out to the Grape Street and all that, Google Grape and everybody, my man Big Grape and all that. But they thought we was really promoting, but it was just really representing the whole lifestyle of the purple. Like everything was purple. With
So
us.
you weren't Crips?
Nah, wasn't Crips.
Even with the purple, it wasn't a Crip thing.
Nah,
it was more of
wasn't
a hood. That's your hood.
Purple
That's
City
the neighborhood,
was
the movement.
representing the color purple, that purple haze.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was a state of mind. It was a life. Everything was purple. You know what I'm saying? It was just like that. It wasn't about gangbanging. It was a lifestyle.
Is Harlem more Bloods than Crips though in general,
Man,
or both?
It's like Harlem has gangs in it. It's not basic. It's not
Just that.
Right now, you got gangs, but they basically local crews. You know what I'm saying? You got they gangs, but they own crews. They ain't even Bloods or Crips. You know what
They're
I'm
doing
saying?
their own thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, their own movement, which I feel like is a New York thing more so.
Yeah.
Because LA was built on kind of neighborhoods
But
representing the
everybody,
color.
like, even though like they say gang banging started out in Cali and in Chicago, since the 60s and 70s, there's always been gangs in New York.
Oh, 100%, bro.
Do your research. It's always been gangs. It's always been gangs.
Luciano
in
and
all that.
yeah, way before that too.
The Black Spades, the Zulu Nation, the Salvage Skulls, all that. Go do your research.
It's more like cliques and crews,
Yeah,
which is
it
what
was
is a New York
always-
thing. You
but
feel
yeah,
me?
it
Which
was-
is what like Dipset was, and with the music side of things more
But
so.
a lot of that shit died out now. No man, niggas is catching murders and indictments. You know, a lot of people, they cracking down on a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean Harlem though, man. There's so many like hustlers, so many flyboys, so many street legends, so many like artists. So like the ambience. I just jumped out the taxi and I could feel the ambience, bro. What's in the air? What's in the food? What's in the water?
Because Manhattan is better. First of all, you gotta take it deeper to what it is. It's the energy. You gotta understand. Manhattan is a big burial ground for the Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? This is a big burial ground. It's an island. It's a burial for all the Indians. There's a lot of energy here. And this is the first stop.
Well, that's real talk, right?
This is the first stop. This is the first stop this is the money. This is money making Manhattan. This is where all the money is. This
Uptown.
This is
Yeah,
period.
Uptown.
This is the mecca of where everything goes down from 50, 60, 70, 80, everything from the jazz to the Harlem Renaissance era, everything. This is the mecca for the fashion. This is where everybody stop. You gotta stop in Harlem.
Yeah, it's
you
a
got
fact.
to. So this is a big landmark. That's why you're gonna feel the energy. It's not as culturally and a big. It's not. You won't see the culture of Harlem because of the gentrification now, but it's still here.
It's
You
still.
know what I'm saying?
I think you can see it as someone that's
'Cause
come up
due
and come in a few years, but it's changing.
Gentrification, you know, that comes with being executives and big corporations, and so they move all the mom and pop stores, all the shit that make Harlem famous, everything that gives you that energy that you feel when you come to New York and when you come to Harlem. That's that spirit that's left here from
them.
mom and pop stores and the soul food and Apollo Theater.
Word.
That's where that shit comes from.
That's real talk.
And the shit that you see now is just a big corporation. $1 million condos in the middle of the
They
ghetto.
be trying to buy it up and then try
They
and
ain't
buy
trying,
them.
they are buying this shit.
But you know, when I say the word trying, I don't mean they're not. I mean like they might buy one thing, but it's one step at a time almost. So they're gonna knock on people's doors like them Jewish people be doing and saying, "Yo,
it's
we're
definitely
gonna
about
give you
to
this."
get to the point where you got to put up or shut up.
Yeah, you
But
see what
know
I'm saying?
It's getting to that point because it's customary. You know what I'm saying? You can't have the so-called bad with the good. We trying to clean all this shit up. So if this building right here is labeled as a so-called bad building and it's not good for production, what's going on now? They gonna get that shit the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
So
real
that's what
talk,
it is.
real talk. No, it's true. They're trying to do that. They do that one move at a time over the course of years, I guess.
This been planned for years, man. You guys gotta prepare and adapt to change.
That's
You
a
know what
fact,
I'm
bro.
saying? So
You have to evolve or be extinct, man.
gotta
You know what I mean?
with everything.
You know what's funny, bro? Davies posted a picture, the group picture with everyone in from the video shoot. So it was like Jimmy, you, I'm in the back there, a couple of the other Dunnies and whatnot. And my boy over in London, my boy P, he asked, like, you know what I'm saying, he don't really be on social media and shit. You're a real street dude, and that's my right hand man. And he hit me up straight away on message and text and shit. And he sent me the picture without me even showing him. He had seen it on Instagram or some shit. Someone sent it to him, and he was like sending me a voice note because I'm overseas. He's like, "Yo, cuz, this shit is crazy." And then he sent me a crop version of the picture with just you, right? And he's like, "I just watched a DVD today with my man in it. Like he was in it talking, and he said that he was looking at the DVD for like that kind of that hustler motivation and shit, and it was the Hell Up in East Harlem DVD.
Wow.
He said he had been watching that morning, bro.
Wow.
Then he sent me the picture of you saying, this motherfucker was talking Gali in this DVD, bro. And I'm like, yo, cuz, I spoke to him today. We're trying to do a podcast, and he's like, you gotta get this motherfucker on the podcast.
Shout
like,
out,
Gali,
man.
he said the way you was moving in the DVD was crazy. Like, you know what I mean?
I think my energy that I get to the people makes people remember me, especially my appearance. My glasses is very rememberable.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So
True.
it was just like I make sure everything I do is gonna be remembered. This is gonna be going down as a classic podcast. This is legendary. Like I never did a podcast. I rarely do interviews.
Nah, I appreciate that, bro. For real. You
No
get me?
problem.
Like, real talk, because
I rarely
I know
do
that.
interviews because I like that's the
Too
mystique
industry.
about me. If everybody got an interview on me, what makes me special?
Yeah, real talk.
You know what I'm saying? So,
And that's why I feel like this one's special, because we're in the projects, bro.
yeah.
We here with the mobile equipment. We turn up on the block, we pull up, and we do it properly. Like, because anyone can go to the Manhattan buildings and film and talk about the album release date and shit. But this is some real shit,
feel
bro.
the essence. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
This is everyday life for me. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna feel the energy.
It's like the paid in full movie really is Harlem, bro. The energy on a, you know what I mean?
Like even with the paid in full money movie, they capture a period in time in Harlem, but
It's been like that.
you gotta be here. You gotta be born and raised here to really understand this shit.
Yeah.
No movie, no book, no DVD, not a picture, not a rap. That's not gonna give you the full essence. Those is elements that can give you a picture, but you gotta be here. You gotta wake up in this shit. You gotta
Smell
walk
the air.
around this shit every day.
Drink the
you
coffee
gotta
from
know
the
what
corner
be
store.
on our mind.
Yeah.
Like niggas will see us and be like, yo, that's Un Kasa and such, but you don't know what's on my mind. I'm worried about not getting smoked by a jealous ass nigga. You know
This is what I was about to say, bro.
Shit
You
like
being
that.
you and being at the top of your game, still being in the neighborhood.
I'm never gonna be a prisoner of my celebrity. I'll go where the fuck I wanna go.
That's what I
walk
was
by
about to
myself.
get to, fam, man.
You know what I'm saying? I don't be walking with no bodyguards. I be by myself everywhere.
We was talking about it in because I'm staying in the 90s in Brooklyn on East 93rd and Clarkson.
Shout out to the 90s.
Yeah.
Free the Smurders.
That's it.
Free
Rowdy was good,
free
bro.
Bobby.
The man named
Free my
GSC.
Smurders.
Yeah, that's love, cuz. Like, yo, it's mad because we was outside talking and it's like, you know, some rappers, they get so big to the point where they can't really move around. Not because they ain't gangster, but because people be stopping them so much that even, they said they bring one kid from, some of the G's over there bring a kid from Chicago over. I don't remember his name, Picken or something, I can't remember the name. But they said they took him to Jazzy Jeff's near Brownsville to get some Tims. Mr. Jazzy's and shit, and this guy couldn't leave for 2 hours because of kids from you had seen him on YouTube, wanted pictures and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Because the like.
You've been through that, right?
Man, plenty of times. You can ask my friends. My man 12.
He been nodding for the last minute.
He go
do
with
that
me.
right now.
Go through that shit. We can be going to do some real ratchet shit, and a nigga be like, "Yo, I'm one of your biggest fans." And
Yo,
those are the people that I stop for, and it's just be like, and when I
Jails.
stop. Even in the prisons, you know what I'm saying? Like
welcome home, bro.
You know,
Welcome home, big man.
my man just Biz. Shout out to my nigga Biz. It's like my big
Word.
bro. Like even like I don't know what it is. God gave it to me, and I appreciate it.
God give
I
him
don't know.
blessings in
He
it.
gave me the energy to connect to people. You know what I'm saying? And I use that in a whole different way. And it just be like, I'll be on the train. We'll be on the train. We can be in the airport.
Like a
we can
real
be in
people's
pizza
person.
Rig, like, you know what I'm saying?
For the streets.
And not only my creed and color. I'm talking about from different colors. I got guys that's white men that still me that got on suits and they like, yo, you hear what I'm listening to and shit
Oh
like
shit,
that.
yeah,
So-
that's crazy.
so
That will make you go and write a whole nother song that day.
that's the reason why I still do what I do.
Yeah.
Those are the people that I make the clothes for. Those are the people that I do these albums.
Talk
and
about
this
the clothes, bro. Let
underground
the people know what's going on
Shout
because
out
I see that on the
Cranberry.
gram. I see that, bro.
Shout out to Cranberry and Vodka. That's a self-contained unit ran by myself. Come up with all the ideas.
Yeah.
Shout out to my man Kasim. He prints them. Shout out to my man S.A.S, my man Lance. He really inspired me to really do it because I had this idea for so many years. Like a couple of years back, I'm just saying I was on a down period in my life.
Oh, for real?
Everything, depressed, financially, everything. I was just going through that slump that you go through in life. Everybody go through it. I don't give a fuck. I done had
That's
$1
a
million.
fact. That's a
I
fact.
had $1 million. I don't fuck R&B bitches. I don't been in the flyest clothes, the clearest diamonds, the jets, all that shit. I did all that shit.
Facts,
So
facts.
when that shit bring you down, you get to a point to where mentally you a little foggy. So for 2 years I ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't do no music. I ain't do nothing. I moved away to PA. Shout out to my man Lodge. I moved up my
To
man.
keep your mind clear.
You know what I'm saying? I was in the boondocks, and it was where I was at. It was very cold, and it always snowed. It always snowed a lot of feet. So I was always really in the house watching snow just climb the mountains and shit. Deers, bears. So that 2 years, I just did research on the internet about fashion and what was going on, and I just always had this idea. I had these sketches and these images that I told my man to create for me years ago. I was sitting to my man talking. I was like, "Yo, watch when I do this shit." So he was like, "Word." You know what I'm saying? It was just
Gonna
like,
go hard with it.
It was just like last year, like 2017 to be like 2 years that create Cranberry and Vodka been into to play.
What products have you got under the brand? Like, is there anything in Pacific that's like a special? Is it the outfit that you had on the other day too, right?
Nah. Yeah, Cranberry and Vodka is just basically shit that is on my mind.
Yeah.
A picture, a role
Something
model,
creative.
some that's definitely that's really spiritually connected to me in a deep way. And like, when I do shit, you know what I'm saying? I might have a dream about something, and that's the only thing that I remember about the dream is the creative shit that was in it. So I created it so I can give it to the world. You know what I'm saying?
Some people don't remember this shit.
I started Cranberry and Vodka with like 5 sweatsuits. You know what I'm saying? And the main image was basically the 1994 numbers with the Mick Pop on it. It was basically I mixed Biggie, Smalls, and Mickey Mouse together, and I created Mick Pop and put a Coogee and a Cuban link on them. And
that's crazy alone, bro. That's too creative, fam.
And when I gave it to the people, it went. I think I sold about 700 sweatsuits that first 6 months. Some shit.
That's
like
crazy,
that.
Bro.
And
some people struggle to sell fires. You know what I mean?
That was without in bulk. That was like hand to hand, one by one.
To the man, them like on the
little money that I did have to create it.
You know, blood, sweat, and tears and shit. So. It's Cranberry with a K for the people that want to research this. Cranberry and Vodka. You need to go check it out, man. You need to hit up Un Kasa on the gram.
You can follow it on Instagram, Cranberry and Vodka. You can hit me at cranberryandvodka@gmail. Send me a picture of the shit you like. I'll create it for you. Send it right at you. You know what I'm saying?
I see the snapbacks. You know what I mean? I see the hats right now.
Oh yeah, I got
shit lit.
I got before you go back to the other side of the world. You definitely gonna have you some Cranberry and Vodka.
That's love, cuz.
Need to put that in the video, man. Shout out to Kickology. I did a collabo with Kickology and Reebok. I did the Night Pool sneaker. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
You know, shout out to the Brooklyn Way web series. We had episode 4. Definitely tune into that. Shout out to Gab Murder and the whole cast.
Is that a visual thing?
Yes, it's on YouTube. It's a web series, a red movie. That's the sneaker there. That's the sneaker.
Yo, that shit's
cold,
bro.
Order those at Kickology.com.
We're gonna film this. We're gonna flick the camera on right now so they know what time it is, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's a mix.
See that? Is there enough light on that?
Miami green.
Look at that shit.
Aqua
cold,
blue,
bro.
suede, pink. You know,
if you're a fly boy, you're gonna make these work crazy.
Yeah, you definitely.
We
got outfits for that shit too. Go to my Instagram page for Cranberry and Vodka. You'll definitely
shit's crazy.
See those. But this year I've been busy.
Fly, bro.
You know, I've been busy. I've been
you
see
what I'm saying?
Reebok, you know what I'm saying?
Did Cam do some purple joints similar?
Cam, shout out to Cam. He about to drop the Fleabok 2.
Is that not out yet, no?
The Fleabok 2, yeah, he sold out the first day. That's the purple one. He got the pink one coming in October, I think. He told me.
Cam like a whole nother hustling animal.
I didn't even get. I'm a big sneakerhead.
Yeah,
I didn't even get a pair of those.
No way.
He promised me a pair of the
next time.
So I ain't even tripping. I ain't even tripping. My man, Cam got some things in the works too on some television show type shit. So look out for that, man. Shout out to Killer.
He's a big hustler, man.
Killer's the
serious hustler, bro.
Killer inspires me every time we have a conversation. Man.
He's one of those guys that will.
He definitely inspires you.
He's a funny dude too, though. You know, he's got a comical side of him.
He has a very good sense of humor.
Yeah,
he's a
amazing.
Don't get like this. Don't get
twisted.
Yeah,
I can tell.
Business orientated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's no sucker, bro. He's made moves that certain individuals couldn't make because they wouldn't have the balls to say them things in the interviews or in the meeting rooms, probably. You know what I mean? Them power moves, fam. Cam respects my grind because I'm always ready to work. I know that's the only thing you're gonna have. Like even if you don't get the credit for it, you know what I'm saying? Just put the work. The work will speak for it after a while. That's the advice you're dropping on the people and myself.
You know what I'm saying? Like anybody, you just go hard at what you're doing. Even if you don't get your accolades or your props for it, just keep doing it because somebody's gonna give you your props and your accolades.
Yeah,
for
facts.
It, you know what I'm
you're right, bro. You're right.
You know?
There'll be some sort of. You know what I mean? Because I think some people are in it for the wrong reasons anyway sometimes, bro.
Sometimes your reward not even financial. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people look at the reward as financial. Sometimes my reward brighten up my day. I might be having a fucked up day. And somebody might be like, yo, I got every thing you ever recorded, this, that, quoting my shit. Like, I had a guy walk up to me like, I did 10 years in jail. Your music got me through my bed. You know how that make me feel?
Great.
I can get a check and go spend that shit on some clothes and take a trip and get some jewels, but that shit gonna be with me until I go.
That's just material. Yeah, that's material.
That's the type of shit that I take with me. You know what I'm saying?
It seemed like you a real brother, bro, man. Like a real genuine dude, man. Like
I'm one of the realest dudes you can ever meet in your fucking life.
Yeah, because you know, he's like, your boy in the back laughing, but he mean it, bro. And you know what it is? He's saying it because he feels that way, but it's real. Because we're not basing this on like him thinking he's an ill guy better than anyone. He said he's told us some real shit, bro.
Like, I'm not perfect.
You know what I mean?
I'm not perfect.
You shared some deep shit right now with us, bro. Like, we appreciate you, man.
People don't understand. Like, I'm very outspoken. I'm very emotional, and I'm very giving. And
with some people, they don't know how to take it, right?
Sometimes I expect for people to have the same heart and the same energy.
And it ain't the same, bro.
That's what makes me special. That's why people like you gravitate to me.
Yeah, I'm a similar guy, bro. Some people hate me, man. Some people love me. You know what I mean?
That's why I'm doing this podcast right now. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that, brother, man.
I gave the energy out to the people that I want to know about Un Kasa. Like, nobody don't do no podcasts on me. I don't get people this close to me because I got so much shit to talk about. I don't even be doing it. A lot of times when I do my interviews, I don't even get to big up my clothing line like Cranberry Vodka or my sneaker or my web series with the Brooklyn Way, because I be having so much shit on my eye. We can talk about a lot of shit.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro.
We don't have to just limit this into me being the legendary part of legendary crew Dipset City. We can talk about anything. We can talk about what the music going on right now.
That's what we've done with the Dipset stuff right now. For me, it's like
we can talk about anything like that. That's how broad my mind is. Like, it's a lot of shit that I be wanting to talk and speak, and these is the avenues that in the lanes that I can display my feelings to, you know.
And that's where a podcast is different from an interview, because we're not gonna sit here and talk about like your single and the date it comes out, and it don't have to be about anything. The questions that I'm with now is like, where's your favorite place to eat in Harlem, bro? That's what I want to know. Yeah, that's the shit kind of shit I want to know.
You got Melba's, one of me and my man 12 favorite spots to go.
What they specialize in?
They soul food.
Harlem good for the soul,
bro.
You
want a nice drink, you want a nice Patron margarita and some some beef ribs and some macaroni and some collard greens. Go to Melba's. You want a little appetizer spot that got good drinks, go to Harlem Tavern. What else we got? We got Jacob's.
Jacob's is supposed to be crazy, right? Manners, I just came from Manners now, man.
We got Taste of Seafood. We got Lighthouse.
Lighthouse is fire.
Oh,
what? I'm saying? We got Ma Dukes. We got a couple of places. Shout out to these places. Gonna have to start giving me some free food for these plugs. We got a couple of.
Sylvia's was for the visitors.
Shout out to my man Baby Smooth.
Still great, yeah.
Cafe 22.
Cafe 22.
We got they got good salmon cakes, all that good breakfast.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? We got shout out to Amy Roos. You know what I'm saying?
I just had some crazy fried chicken, bro. I enjoyed those wings. I was just boxed off, man. Yeah, you see me.
He was tearing them up.
You know what I'm saying?
I had about $12 worth of shit as well, and that's a lot over here, man.
Spots.
That shit was going quick.
There's a few spots we can go to and check out. And
facts.
Do a little food review with Un Kasa. You know
there ain't nothing like New York in general, man. I feel like New York's got its own character.
We got character. We got character. We got culture. We got good food. We got good scenery.
Originality.
Pretty women. We got a lot of money. There's a lot of things going on in New York, man. I don't give a fuck where it's going on at, what's popping. You got to make a stop here.
You have to.
I don't give a fuck where you coming from.
If I could move here today, if the visas and them things would let me, bro, I'd be here, man, living here, bro. Facts.
Nah, definitely.
And I love London, bro. But my people's over here show me so much love, man.
Yeah.
It's so real, and I feel like if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere, as they say.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Nah, definitely.
You talking about women, bro? I mean, Harlem, bro. We think of Harlem, you think of like the bad Spanish bitches too and shit like that. And
shout out to my Latinas. I'm from up the hill, so that's closer to Broadway. So that's where really a lot of the Dominicans. I was raised with them, so a lot of beautiful women. Shout out, oh man, this is kind of crazy. Shout out my homegirl Joanne. I just found out recently she died in a car crash.
Condolences,
She was
man.
one of the most beautiful
God bless.
Latinas, yeah,
That you ever seen?
I haven't seen in my life.
For real?
Like she gotta be like, I've seen a lot of women in my life.
Yeah.
Right.
You travel too.
And I travel. She had to be one of the most beautiful girls with no makeup.
Just natural.
Beautiful. And ever. So shout out to Joanna.
God bless her and her family, man.
Girl. Yeah, shout out to
For
her
real.
family too. Actually, she died and her son died in a car crash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so shout out to
man.
her. She was on my mind. Talking about Spanish girls, Dominican girls raised rich. She was the baddest.
Because it's like you don't really get too many of them in London, and it's like
I had a few Spanish girls in my lifetime. You know what I'm saying? They different. They definitely have a lot. They morals and they structure as being women is totally different.
what kind of riders.
You know what I'm saying? They definitely riders.
Yeah.
They down for their man. You know, they on that. You know what I'm saying? They that king queen kind of. You know what I'm saying? Where they serve their man and they honor their man type stuff. That's the type of woman
Take pride in the relationship.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not saying that
others don't, of course not.
You know what I'm
there'll
saying?
be that in everything, in every culture. But you're talking about general.
They very strong in that field.
I feel you.
So,
I mean, the crazy thing as well, like you mentioned how like, I know you probably can't even drop no names and shit, but you was like you had some R&B bitches and shit like that.
Yeah.
There've been a few special ones.
Oh, yes. Like only thing that would be different when you mess with a woman of some status is their status.
Yeah.
They might have like I've met girls that have status and that have very fucked up attitudes.
Yeah.
And I'd rather be with a girl from my neighborhood that's cool than to fuck with some of these celebrities.
That's how I feel, bro.
They use that as like they're not human or.
I've met like singers and shit that have had like a career once upon a time, and they still carry in that.
Everybody still,
shit, you know what I mean?
They just like I call those I call like the Al Bundy syndrome. You know what I'm saying? When he always talk about the championship coke game when he won the championship. He's like that's the Al Bundy syndrome when they keep talking about that same championship.
Back in the day,
you know what I'm saying? They keep talking about that glory moment,
that
like,
one track.
Like,
or whatever it was, you know what I mean?
If you keep talking about that glory moment, you're not gonna give yourself
your
to
next
catch
one.
another one. I got so many glory moments. I got so many stories that like I got shit I can tell you that nobody's ever gonna hear in an interview and shit like that. Like dope shit.
Some ill shit.
I got dope ass stories, man.
Was you close with people like Dame Dash?
Dame is definitely one of my good acquaintances. Like, he's an OG.
Yeah.
Dame had conversations last year at Cam's house.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dame. Shout out to Hov. Shout out to Biggs.
You must have. I was gonna say you must have been cool with Hov and shit originally from being in the building.
I never really was that close with Hov. I met Hov a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? There's a mutual respect. He know who I am.
Yeah, of course he does. 100%, bro.
So
be lying if you said any different, bro.
Yeah, but if there's anybody that where I was definitely close to out of that, it's definitely Dame. You know what I'm saying? And
Mr. Dash, I met him at the Lower East Side movie shoot with Franchise with Smiles.
Dame is that dude, man. Dame get a lot of backlash just for being him, but he did a lot of shit for his team, and the team at the time was Rockefeller, and I feel like, you know, people owe him more than what they did for him. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Dame. Man.
Yeah, real talk. Dame Dash is someone that like his energy is crazy. Some people won't even know how to deal with someone like that. You know what I mean?
Dame give the underdog a chance, man. He roots for the underdog. You know?
Which is what I liked about him, man. I always liked the way. But I didn't know him like that. Obviously, I'm going from what I see as a fan's perspective from the outside looking in. And you can, and if you use your brain, and you try and really work it out, then it's kind of obvious that he fought a lot of battles for people. The regular people, like the people that are from the hood, got talent, we need them in this label, I'm going to do what it takes to get them the right deal, and it may piss a few people off at the top end by doing so. And you can tell that that's what he did, man. Maybe at some point, maybe for Jay-Z, that may have been too much.
Yeah.
And he may have had to part ways or whatnot. I don't know the real reason, I don't know what happened. But I feel like Dame's special, though.
Now Dame
He's
is definitely special, and he's definitely a role model. If people still use that word, but he's definitely a guy that I would definitely take advice from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, shout out to Dame.
I mean, when I met him, I was watching him direct the movie with Murder Mook and whatnot. From a distance, just chilling, watching his energy and watching how he moves. And then it was Franchise that said to me, "Yo, come meet the director," before I'd even seen him. So I'm thinking we're gonna meet some old dude or something, some director guy. We get to the director's seat, and it's Dash. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck, yo, I'm bugging. Like I'm a big fan, you know.
Like Dame done put out some of the dopest movies.
Yo,
like he don't get enough credit.
That
for
Lionsgate moves and stuff.
Man,
Yeah,
Dame gave us state property. Dame gave
Classic.
us Paid in Full.
Classic.
Dame gave us Paper Soldiers.
Classic. One of my
Dame
favorites.
Gave us a lot of shit that streets is watching. Like Dame gave us dope shit. Like what Dame for
the culture,
film,
man.
What
The culture.
film that Dame put out that was trash? Name it.
Nah, none. There's not been one, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Not that I've seen anyway. And from what I had sort of seen from him talking about some other director guy that he had lent some money to, they had also done big movies with some of his bread.
Anything that Dame ever attached itself to did some numbers. So man, yeah.
I feel like seeing at the moment, seeing like Jim and Cam going through like their own little personal things. I feel like that hurts me, man, as someone that loves the Dipset movement.
It definitely.
How you feel about it, man?
It puts a bad taste in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I meant to keep this clear, to keep this shit politically correct,
which we will obviously
which
do.
I will.
Yeah,
you know
we have to, man. I respect.
I say this: before the success come, everything is all good, but once a substantial amount of money is made and a certain status is gained, shit change.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And
naturally.
And to keep it politically correct, you know what I'm saying? I just say some people outgrow each other.
Yeah, that's real talk too, man.
Not to talk about the issues they have and all. I'm gonna just say some people outgrow each other, and you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you wish people don't outgrow each other,
but they
because
do.
The magic, what they do.
Yeah.
And you know, I just pray and you know that they reconcile whatever little issues or situations they have. You know what I'm saying? To keep it like that.
Yeah, nah, I feel that's a good answer, bro. I mean, like, I didn't even know whether I was gonna ask you that or not because I didn't want it to be political, and I'm sure you love both of them equally.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Real talk. Like the
love
love that you and Jones had the other day at the shoot, I could see that.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean?
Jim just brought me out at the Apollo Theater. That was my first time performing at the Apollo Theater. Like Jim brought me out, and it was like to just show you what like how shit gets. It was like I did a show with Jim, and somebody from our own team like added me on Instagram and shout out to Sin City and added us.
Oh
like,
yeah,
pick a side and stay on it. And it's like, how could I pick a side?
Well, he said that.
Somebody.
Oh, somebody
you
else.
know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna blow him up and put him on blast, but he know who he is. You know what I'm saying? So
that's
you know,
some sucker shit, really though.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get that political on him, but I'm just say like
because
I was like,
he was connected to both heavily anyway.
How
bro.
can I pick a side when how can I pick a side
when they're your brothers
and we on the same side?
Yeah, you can't like if you say you had two blood brothers, because that's what it's like.
You
really,
just stay out of that and you just hope they reconcile that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And you show that mutual respect to both parties. Man.
Nah, definitely.
Yeah, facts,
you got
bro.
to.
You know, Jim bringing you out, that's a dope move, man, and I'm sure the audience was happy to see you, man.
Nah, super dope move.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? It was like he brought me out a classic show. That was the first hip hop show at the Apollo in years.
In years, man.
Probably 15
was
years.
Was Noriega there as well the same night?
Nori, Jada Kiss, DMX,
Ooh.
me, Jim Jones.
That's crazy, bro.
Cardan.
That's lit.
Man, all type of motherfuckers.
Cardan as well.
Young
M.A.
came
Harlem
out.
old shit.
Shout out to Young M.A. She came and did her thing. It was dope.
Yeah, so that's leading us to the new music, man. Young M.A.
Yeah,
I've been out in New York for a few weeks now, and I'm hearing a lot of A Boogie.
Shout out to Young M.A. the whole red life. Like I met Young M.A. like almost 2 years ago. I was
What?
hosting like a year ago, almost 2 years now. I was hosting shout out to Jack Thriller and
This is 50.
I was hosting I was hosting 16 and Better.
Okay. I remember that.
She was
Yeah, I
one
remember
of the
that.
MCs on there.
No way.
Yeah, she definitely was. She was one of the MCs
Wow.
on there. So I always said, yo, shorty, you the truth. You
And
know
now
what I'm saying?
she killing
It's
it.
like you.
Yeah.
That's why you always be nice to people. You never know who's gonna be up next.
That's
you
real
know
talk,
what I'm
bro.
saying?
It's real talk.
Yeah,
You don't
I
burn
fuck
your
with
bridges before they
everybody.
laid.
I
You know
might
what I mean?
not agree with everything that people are doing and shit like that, but for the most part, I love the artistry.
Yeah,
I'm
which
an
is
artist.
dope.
I understand.
Which is dope, man.
You know what I'm saying? I understand and shock value, all that shit.
I'm gonna send you some of my shit over later for some opinions and
Definitely, we
feedback,
gonna collab
man.
on some
Yeah,
shit,
you know what I mean? Un Kasa, you know
What?
what I mean? What do you think of? I know we picked up Bobby Schmurder and that, so shout out the Shmonnies. You get me? My GS9 boys, my GSU boys,
It's money.
free the man. Them. Yeah, man. That you know that was a shame to see them be put in that situation when they were so hot.
It just like your past always haunts your future.
Yeah.
Especially when you ain't on a straight and narrow. Like
That's
that
a fact,
shit
man.
always, and then it always comes that way when you trying to clean your life up and do things. They was on top of their game. Like they've been locked up for almost 2.5 years
Already with no sentence shit.
And,
You know what I mean?
And it's people that did way more shit getting bells and they came.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying, man.
And,
It's politics, man.
And it was just like, damn. It was just like, I don't know a record. They like it like you go to the club. They gotta play computers.
Yeah.
They gotta play.
That's my shit. Computers, bro.
A hot nigga. They gotta play that shit. And
It's
they
crazy how that was
incarcerated.
Banks' record and,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
it wasn't really rocking like that. But then as soon as they touched it,
It's just
different energy.
I tell my man 12 this all the time. I tell him like this: you can put me in a room with 100 niggas with the same material. You can give us a button, a t-shirt. Hey, you can give us a button and a t-shirt, but I'm gonna make sure my button and whatever I
It's
do
belt.
with that button and t-shirt, ain't nobody out of them 100 people gonna do what I do with that button and that t-shirt.
That's what make the best the best. I
Exactly.
feel like, you know, I've seen it myself as a rapper. Like, you got the beat playing in the studio and everyone's writing in their corner and vibes in with their juice and whatnot, and there's always someone. It's always going to be one because it can't be more than one. Who's just special, you know what I mean? Comes at it with a whole
I created
different
some of
angle.
my dopest shit by myself, just me and the engineer and the music.
Yeah.
When I'm by myself and there ain't no distraction, I can
You're in
just
your
really
zone.
get in my zone, smoke my weed, whatever wine I'm drinking. You know what I'm saying? I drink me a Chardonnay or a Zipper or something like that and just get smooth.
A classy
get the legs
shit.
down,
Yeah.
let the beat banging. It just depends what type of mood I'm in.
Yeah.
Atmosphere, but it's just like
Is that have
The
you got
body of
a
work.
favorite drink?
I
I know it's a hard one, man.
Nah, not really, because I'm not really a drinker.
You're not a
but
drinker, yeah.
I like Patron margaritas.
Yeah.
I like smooth drinks. I'm not a hard liquor type of guy. I like Patron margaritas.
Yeah.
Like
Clean.
amaretto sours. I like smooth.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
shit
I like
to give me a
amaretto sours.
buzz.
I
I'm
fucks with
more
that,
of
bro.
a smoker. I like marijuana.
I was always like, I used to be kind of embarrassed to tell people that Deserrano amaretto shit was my favorite drink, because I was a Henny guy, you know what I mean?
Man, it's whatever. That's what makes me me. I be myself.
Yeah.
Like if you ever
Nobody can do you better than
make me some. Occasionally I do cranberry and vodka.
Yeah, that shit
You know
dope.
what I'm saying?
That shit lit.
You know what I'm saying?
So you're smoking, man. We were saying off the mic because we was in the crib eating and talking for maybe an hour or 30 minutes before we even popped this off, and we was talking about you guys being what's the word? I guess underappreciated or undercredited with the level of smoking that you motherfuckers was putting into the game.
We definitely don't get the
juice.
The smoking accolades, as we say. Like it's not that we want to glorify, but we it's a lot of people that's getting those accolades, and we are outsmoked. Man.
I see Juelz in
We done
the
smoke with the best of them.
in the smoke box. Is it the smoke box?
We done smoke. Yeah, we done smoke with. I done smoke with Redman and Meth at the same time.
Oh shit.
Smoke with Snoop Dogg. We done smoke with Juelz. I done smoke with the Marleys. I done smoke with the top smokers, the top dogs. You know what I'm saying? I done smoke. Man. Only rapper that ever put me to sleep smoking weed was my man Yuck Mouth. Shout out to
word.
Yuck Mouth.
From the Loonies.
Where we was
Jeez.
in Austin, Texas at the
I'm gonna be there in 2 weeks, man.
we was in Houston, Texas at the DJ Core convention,
Yeah.
and we was in a hotel, and he had the studio set up in his room. I went and dropped the verse on his shit.
That's
know
dope.
What I'm saying?
That's a legend,
With my
man.
man Big Monster. Shout out to the Booyah tribe out there. You know what I'm saying? You know, I did a lot of shit out
You made
here,
a lot of
man.
moves, bro. You made like a lot of moves, man, and I'm glad we're talking about shit like this because people would never be knowing that, you know, you lit up with the best in the game.
Like, I had the illest conversations with the illest people. Like, I done had conversations with Big Meech.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
BMF.
Shout out to BMF, free Big Meech, free J-Bo, free Ill.
What was that like? Different.
Intriguing.
Yeah.
Intriguing to see somebody that doesn't even, you know, come from the walk of life, from the ghetto to make that much impact in an era, good or bad.
Yeah. To make something of themselves.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's intriguing to be a part of that. It's intriguing to know that you actually had conversations with that person. It's just the mystique of the.
Yeah, the mystique is the part of the person. Yeah, the aura.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
different thing. I was thinking you touched on the fact that like you just feel that you had a down period, and you was very honest with us, and you said something that's real. You said every motherfucker has that, but a lot of people they hide it and they don't share their story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but when you hide it, when you hide it,
It gets worse.
it gets worse
Yeah.
because you faking that person. Like if I'm down, you gonna know I'm down because I can't hide it because I'm really down. I'm going through it, and if I ask for help, it's just because I need it.
Do you feel
It's not that I can't do for myself or I'm feeling sorry for myself. It's just at that time and period of time
Shit's
where a
hard.
nigga
Shit's
need
tough.
help.
Yeah.
Shit tough, and it just be like I would do it for you, and a lot of people I've showed that to, like I do it for you, even if you wouldn't do it for me. I do.
That's
shit,
a real brother there.
I do shit for people when I know it ain't nothing.
No
in
expectation.
It
It's from the heart, man.
You know what I'm saying? When I know, I be like, hey, I know it ain't
don't give
nothing
it to
in
receive.
I still do it because I want to see you win. I enjoy life for seeing other people enjoying life.
Yeah, I'm a bit like that. I ain't gonna lie. I fucks with myself more heavy now because of, I guess, lessons learned and stuff.
You got to.
Yeah.
You got to, man.
Because it's something that an old
Every
an
day
old
is
did
not
to me.
sunny.
Nah, it's not, bro. It's not.
That's why you gotta adapt to the rainy days. Sometimes the rainy days can be a blessing. The rainy days gives you the time to calm down and look at the rain drops on your windowsill and understand what
That's
life's
what we was
about.
talking about, man, when we got here, right? About the good energy and the way that you have to be appreciative of life in general because nothing's
Because
promised. You know what I'm
nowadays,
saying?
I used to, I look at stuff like I can have a pocket full of money and nowhere to go.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying?
that sound like a song, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I can have a pocket full of money and nowhere to go. I
We
can
might
have
have
a
to do
pocket
that.
full of money and nobody to call that I feel like my time is even worth. You know what I'm saying? Because it just be like, yo,
What's good? Nothing.
At the time of my life where I'm at right now, every conversation gotta be worth something. It gotta be creating something magical. Whatever we chopping it up from this podcast, this is gonna be magical to the people in the UK and across the seas. It's because people don't really get the real me. Nobody never really got all Un Kasa. You always see
pieces.
me in Purple City, Dipset, or Skull Gang. This Vanilla Sky project that I'm putting out very soon is all me. You know what I'm saying? I don't even really got no features on it.
That's gonna be dope,
You know what
though,
I'm saying?
for them to hear you again, like, you know, in your full entirety. You know, you see, like, the UK are definitely gonna love this, bro, because the UK love Dipset. But I always annoyed me, man.
In those down periods, I take those down periods, and I talk about them because in the midst of having those down periods in my life, I created dope shit to help me uplift. Like when I was down, I created Cranberry and Vodka.
That's when your best creations come from them times, isn't it?
When I was down, I created this new project, Vanilla Sky. Like I was able to bring
the pain out in another way.
Out, you know what I'm saying?
Because even people like Styles P and shit is a good example. Beanie Siegel.
Shout out to Styles.
You know, they had.
He was also at the show.
Oh, for real?
I did at the
Yeah.
Apollo, yeah.
But they're good examples of people. Tupac is the biggest probably. They're good examples of people that made their bad times their best music.
You got to, because that's when you going through the bad times, that's a time when you really reflect on life. And when you get to reflect on life, you really get to see your life for what it's worth as a whole. You don't really get to see you, like, when you up, you only see the up part of your life, the glamour and glitz. But when you down, you get to see everything.
That's true, man. So true. And I feel like that's another thing with artists, like even like people like Michael Jackson and Prince, they've gone through like stages where they were obviously depressed and down. And they was quite open about it within their music and within, you know, the media sort of attacking them and shit. But, you know,
I was at a depressed stage at an all-time high. Sometimes I had suicidal thoughts, and sometimes I felt like,
for real,
like, hell yeah, it was times that I felt like I had nothing else to contribute to the world.
Damn, bro.
And then, like, just walking the street and people walking up to me and be like, yo, man, I need you. I'm listening to this today. Yo, you changed my life.
Yeah.
Listen to that shit woke me up like, yo, I still got something to give. Let me give back. Let me create this clothing line, cranberry and vodka. You know what I'm saying? Let me start using
the energy in the right places.
That energy. Yeah. Let me just dust off. You know what I'm saying?
That will to survive,
that's
man.
one of my favorite songs, Aaliyah. Dust yourself off and try again, because sometimes you gotta do that. Yeah, you gotta do that. You gotta dust yourself off and try again. You know what I'm saying? I always see the darkness. But I always see the good part. But I give all my niggas, I tell my niggas the darkest things that's gonna happen, and it happens because that's what I see. But I be telling y'all, I tell them the good. I be like, yo, I tell them the good first too. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, yo, you gotta do this to stay away from this shit. But if you don't stay away from this shit, this is what's gonna happen.
Shit's gonna get real.
And I ain't saying you gotta turn your life around rapidly, but you gotta take steps
to turn it around. Otherwise, it's not gonna turn around.
I'm gonna give the listeners a
gem.
We're gonna call it a gem. It's just like you have a jigsaw puzzle, right? And it's 100 pieces. But if you put a piece every day, you get closer to putting the whole puzzle together.
To putting the puzzle together, step by step.
That's how
brick
you gotta
by brick.
treat life.
Yeah.
If you have enough patience to sit there and put the whole puzzle together one day, kudos to you. You have more willpower than
more willpower and drive.
And drive than somebody else. That shows motivation.
That's true,
but
bro.
Some people might can only put that one piece a day
to
complete the whole puzzle. And if you gotta take those steps in life, do that.
So be it.
You know what I'm saying? As long as the puzzle get put together.
Do you feel like you know when you went through your downtime? Do you feel like you had so many? Do you think it was because of your great moments that you had been through more? They were so special compared to the average person that you ended up feeling like that because you had been so high.
Yeah, definitely. Hell yeah, it was because
you'd seen so much.
Everybody I got. I'm not financially stable at the time. My music, like my career was just like on a halt.
Yeah,
people telling me
Juelz
how
wasn't
great.
putting out anything as well for a long time.
Yeah, people was telling me how great I am, how dope I am, how I changed their life, and I'm fucked up.
Yo, that's ill. That's ill. That's like that. That
like,
story alone is ill.
Like walking out the streets with like $20 in your pocket, and somebody walking up to you and want to take an autograph and a picture,
and it make you really think what's really going on out here.
You know what I'm saying? So
do you feel like there's a lot of people who are fronting on the gram and shit, artists that really are fucked up too?
Look at my Instagram. Look at my Instagram. I just actually cleaned my Instagram up for I had to take a lot of pictures down from the last 2-3 years because you just gotta clean your shit up.
Yeah, you have to, bro. I've been doing that.
If you've been following me from the beginning, one thing you'll never see me is flash money. I don't flash money, and I got more money than
That's
a lot
weak.
of people.
It's weak,
I don't
man.
flash money. That's not that's not going.
It don't look good to me, man.
It just that I don't use that as a tool to pull people to me. I'm the money. I makes the money. I bring the interest to the money.
Exactly. Yeah. You generate.
I make the money to fly. I make whatever that comes to me fly. It can be fly already, but I'm gonna make it fly.
Make it fly up.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
can take a $5 white tee, bro, and make it look better than the next man if you just got swag. You know what I mean?
I took $5. Man, I done took $20 outfits and made $250 off of it.
Yeah.
And I'm telling the truth.
The flip.
And he's a witness. He done seen me take
flip.
shit that was $40 and make $250, a whole $200 profit off of something I spent $40 on.
What did Movado say? He said, money now, mate, we a money maker.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
get me? That's that real. When I heard that line on the start of the
And
joint,
it's just like, man.
that's the real shit, bro.
I'm probably one of the most I love Kanye. I'm just as outspoken and emotional as Kanye.
As Kanye is, yeah.
But
Without the fame at that level.
I'm just a little bit more. I got a little bit more chill button. You know what I'm
Unlike
saying?
Joe Budden.
Like, you can ask me anything, I'll tell you why I feel about it.
Yeah. But
it's
you know
just-
where to stop.
Yeah.
Which is a good quality, bro. I feel like I started working the gym. Like I went through some fucked up stages myself where I had to have a brain scan and that, bro. 2 years ago as well. There's been a couple things in this story that like things happen and they click. Like first one, I lost my iPod the day before I was flying out, and I'm like, yo, this is fucking crazy. I was recording a podcast the night before, and my bag got stolen from the venue, and they had my microphones, my iPod, my hard drive with my joints on, and instead of crying about it, we just lit an L, took the L and lit the L, fuck it, and laughed on the way home, and I was pissed, but fuck it, let's laugh, you know what I mean? And then I went and buy a new iPod quickly to load 2 hours before the flight, and I plug it into my computer and shit's not loading fast, bro. Some old ass computer, and the only things that it put on the iPod really quick was like 3 albums, and one's Aaliyah. So on the way here, I'm coming here on the train today from Brooklyn to Harlem, and I've got to listen to 3 albums, and I'm like, I don't even want to listen to the Kanye album. I'm gonna listen to the Aaliyah one, and I'm listening to Try Again on the way here, and you saying how much it meant to you, but then at the same time, it's like you're talking about you went through 2-year stage where you felt down. I went through a 2-year stage where I felt down on some real shit. Like when I was a kid, I was like 15 and shit. I used to play a lot of soccer. We used to play soccer, then go chill on the block and run around outside and play all day. Maybe way before 15, to be honest. We're looking at like 12 and stuff like that. But at the time, there was one day where it was the middle of the summer, and all I drank was like a 7-Up the whole day. And I wake up in hospital the next day, but I thought it was a nightmare. But what happened is I had a seizure in my sleep through being dehydrated from having no water in me and shit. So it wasn't it wasn't epileptic, it was like a different seizure. So I remember the time in the morning I wake up and I'm shocked, bro. I'm in hospital, like, what the fuck? And my mum's just like, yo, like, chill. You're trying to explain to me what happened. And my body didn't feel right. Like, it felt different. It was like my leg felt different on its own, and I'm like, what the fuck? I jump out to go to the restroom and fall over, and it happens again in the morning. So at that stage, it's the only time it ever happened. It never happened again. I grew out of that shit. I was cool, you know what I mean? But then 2 years ago, I was going through a time where, like, I'd stopped I left the music thing alone, man. Like, I was over it for a while. Nothing was really happening for me, whatever. And then I ended up taking like a second-rate job just to keep the money coming. And it was like almost like I'd gone from hustling money, gone from like working in places where you can get away with taking certain goods and making a lot of money off of it, where I'm paying like $250 just to get a taxi to go link a girl, you know what I'm saying, to go get it in, and then $250 back, and it's nothing at the time. But then I'm there working for like some bullshit wage in a bullshit job, and then my body didn't feel right again, and I got to the stage where I'd been penciled in by the doctor to have a brain scan, but by God's blessings it was all good. But the reason why I got there wasn't because it was happening again, it was because my mind, like, I was in a low place and it was affecting me physically, but it wasn't really. it was my mind.
Yeah, your mind, the mind breaks down everything.
You see what I'm saying? So my boy, who was stand-up guy, real G, he says to me, yo, cuz, stop crying, bro, and go to the fucking gym, man, and get on that treadmill, man. And I'm like, what? You don't care about me? And he's like, bro, mind over matter, man.
Like, I isolated. Like, I was able. Like, that was the first time I was able to isolate myself from wherever I wanted to isolate myself from. Like I said, I moved to PA.
Yeah, you moved away to the.
I moved in a gated community where it was nothing but deers and bears.
Yo.
For real, and snow, very cold. That's why I started growing a beard. I used to call him all the time on FaceTime.
Yeah.
Look, 12, look out my window, all the snow. He'd be like, because he used to always call me. Like, this like my best friend.
You stayed in touch forever.
You know what I'm saying? Like, since we
That's
met,
dope.
he was like my best friend, but he used to call me on it. I'd be like, oh, damn, it's that much snow? I said, look, bro. I'll show him all my Jordans lined up and shit. And just show him my little room. I'd be like, look, I got my snacks and my little SpaghettiOs and shit in the corner. I just isolated myself.
You had like your own
years.
space that you was feeling good in.
I was able to look at shit like
from a different perspective.
You know what I'm saying? I was just able to isolate myself and put myself in a space where I can teach myself and just come up with creative
energy.
You know
and
I got the rest. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't too much I had to do. It was like for almost 2 years I didn't do nothing.
For real.
But just game plan.
2 years, yeah.
2 years, man.
What's your favorite games, man?
Got
any favorites?
As far as what? Like games?
Yeah.
Uno. I used to be a big video game head when I was little.
Yeah. But not now.
Nah.
Yeah,
I like shit like Connect 4, Uno, Spades. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know, like,
classic shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Any classic video game I play. You know what I'm saying? I don't own. Well, my brother has every game system, but I don't really.
That's like me, man. I'm the same.
I'm really into documentaries.
We're like-minded individuals right now. You know, it's crazy
You know
for me, man. It's the
like,
same shit with me. My bro, man, he bust down every game. I ain't even got a console in my room. Yeah, I just got the TV and a DVD player. You know what I mean?
I got access to anything that's out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm really the two things that I really use the most is my laptop and my phone, and I really use those like in the same manner. I'm watching content, or I'm listening to something, or I'm sending content out, or I'm looking.
Which is now easy to do from the iPhones and
so
shit.
I like that was the dopest shit because I remember like life, like that's why I said like eras like just a few years ago, like we was just using flip phones and the only really main attraction to it was like a walkie-talkie. You know what I'm saying?
That's true, bro. That's real talk, man.
Now to where we
remember the pages though.
Yeah, I had everything. I had anything that had something to do with communicating.
We used to get.
I had the time ports.
Yeah, you lot had a lot more than England. England was behind America.
I had the time ports. I had the.
We was behind on everything.
I had the sidekicks.
The sidekick was cold.
I had all that. I had the two-way. I had all that.
Was it the sidekick that rappers was, you know, on Smack DVD back in the day where?
Yeah, you flip it.
Yeah, was that a Rolodex?
It was like it was like a Rolodex. It had like the rolly thumb shit. But
yeah.
It was like that's when the internet was really breaking.
Do you remember the game Juelz and Jim Jones on the Smack DVD? Yeah. And I think it was the game or Jim, one of the two. Yeah. Do it with the phone in the booth, like where you flip the. Yeah. That was the sidekick. That used to make me want that shit. Because of that DVD, you know what I mean?
Because that keypad was so handy. Like you can it was to the point to where even like
it just made sense.
It was a point where I used to use that for my music. Yeah. It was a time where I still was critiquing my music to where I was writing it, but I had got so multitasking to where I just write whole songs in my head.
Oh, for real? But so you was actually writing in your head at one point without even writing it on paper?
I've been writing in my head for the last 10 years now. Wow. But I'm talking about those times when those gadgets was around. Yeah. Like that. Those gadgets was just so finger friendly to my hands.
Convenient. You're right.
Just like I used to be on those shits for hours with my homegirl in LA, Maisha. I used to be on there for hours. We used to have
it's like that Rick Ross joint.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Selling bricks off my iPhone.
Yeah.
And everything can be done from it now, you know what I mean?
I just went through the stages of everything. You know what I'm saying?
How did you end up on the Hell Up in East Harlem shit, the documentary? Because that seemed like a moment that was kind of special, but may not have been special to you. I'm not sure.
Just being through the hood, they just interviewing just like you.
Yeah,
like,
passing
yo,
through.
can I get a few minutes of your time, such and such? Can you
Talk
talk
to you.
about if you know about this? Can
He
you
knew
talk
who you
about
were
it?
and saw you on the block, basically.
Yeah,
He knew you was
just
out
like-
here
it's a
still.
bu- it's bu-
Yeah.
It was done by a bunch of local guys, you know what I'm saying? That's from the hood. So, you know, and at that time, like I said, if you ain't fuck with Purple City or you was not in the loop
Facts.
and
Facts.
you wanted to be a part, I don't give a fuck from east to west. Diplomat, you wanted to be down with Dipset.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
You wanted to wear that Diplomat Burge t-shirt. You wanted to wear scarves, cocked to the side like Juelz. You wanted that Diplomat chain. You wanted to wear pink.
They
all
done
that
started.
shit.
They done set trends over, like the Dipset movement. Done set trends over different stages and time periods too. Like every time they came out, they set a trend.
From
When
the
Jim was
splash
doing the
paint
skull shit.
the Rockstar era.
Yeah, the Rockstar era.
All that shit came from us.
The big bandanas and
All
the
that
baggy
shit,
clothes.
all that shit came from us.
I feel like Dipset, Harlem is super fresh. I feel like Harlem is like the place where they wear
like I
clothes
said,
a bit
this
better
is
than everyone
you
else.
could not
You know what I
have
mean?
you could not have a dime in your pocket,
But be
look,
fresh as fuck.
You look like you got millions of dollars.
Certain times I'll be in certain parts of Brooklyn, like big
That's
up.
always been the mystique of Harlem.
Of Harlem,
You
yeah,
don't
of
even
Harlem.
know, like
I've seen it firsthand.
There's so much money and swag here that you cannot have no money or swag and get that just by you can just have a nigga that one of your best friends that just got so much shit that he can lend you some shit.
Yeah.
Make you like, yo, hey, put yourself together.
When I hit you on the phone when I was outside and you're like, yo, come in this building, come to the 4th floor. I'm like, I come in the building and I see like mad dudes hanging around in the hallway and outside, and every one of them looked like a millionaire in swag. Freshest Jordans,
Yeah,
the freshest jeans, you know what I'm saying, the chains. But they in the hood still, you know what I mean? Because they're making it fly because of the way they've grown up around older individuals like yourself, setting pace.
That was always like
It's your thing.
that was always the way of trying to keep being fucked up off your mind.
Yeah.
Like if you look good, you feel good. That's always been the perception.
That's dope.
And that's
Good clothes make you feel good on a bad day,
so,
man.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So,
you're
know
right.
what
You're
I'm
right.
saying? So that's why it's even to this day you might spend your last on an outfit.
On a Versace
You
belt
know
or
what I'm
some
saying?
shit.
'Cause you
Yeah.
might say you got $200-$300. What you gonna normally do? You gonna go get you some weed? You gonna go get something to eat?
Yeah,
You gonna spend some of that on
Bottle.
fucking with a female or something like that. But
That's
then you
half
got-
gone.
Then you got guys that be like, yo, I'm gonna go get me a Mike's pair of jeans and shirt. Nigga fresh.
That's real talk.
At least he can see what he spent his money on.
Yeah, something that you can hold for now. Yeah, you're right. You're right, man. Because money comes and goes anyway, man.
All the time.
Yeah, you
All
can't
the
really
time.
take it with you, man. It's one of those ones where I think every individual has their own goals and their own, so if you don't have goals, you should get you some. But I feel like for the most
I
part,
don't like bringing envy towards me. That's why I don't never show no money. And
Yeah.
You gonna
Jealousy
know
and envy, bro.
You gonna know I got money from you. You know I stay fly. You know I stay with the latest shit. You know
it's
like,
a shame though, isn't it? In
Yeah, it's
reality,
just like-
it's a shame, man.
It's
It'd
just
be
like the
that.
mics. You know those shits came out today, so you know I got money, enough money to go get them.
Yeah, they
You know what
dope, bro.
I'm saying?
They
You know
dope,
what
man.
I'm
They
saying?
fresh.
The ones,
The ones, the red and blacks.
That's the only way you gonna know that I'm doing
Fresh.
what the fuck I
Yeah.
supposed to do. Man, I tell you like this, man. I'm a survivor. I was put on this earth to survive.
To be able to grind, to be all you can be.
And I might be able to survive at extreme measures with someone else, not because it's gonna be a time where what if it gets to a point where money. You can't fuck money. It ain't about money no more. You gotta survive.
Yeah.
So I might be more mentally strong or just not give a fuck about what you.
Money
care
don't make
about.
you real, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
There's some bozos with a lot of money, man.
yeah. So that's why.
Some fruity guys with a lot of money, you know what I mean?
So that's why.
No morals.
That's why I do the things that I do. I always drop juice to my friend. I be telling him the stories and what I've been through. He be intrigued by it. You know what I'm saying? He be like, "Word, you been?" And I just be
Smart.
like, it just be like the shit that I've been through is
Some may not survive it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and won't survive it.
Yeah. That's real
You know
talk,
what I'm
bro.
saying? I done did it all. You know what I'm saying? I've never had a job in my life.
That's crazy, man.
I've never had a job in my life. I'm telling the viewers that I've never had a job in my life. My hustle from what I've seen from growing up was always been my survival kit. I might have had one job in my life, and I don't call that a job. I don't call summer youth a summer job.
Nah, that's supporting the community, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Getting paid, and that was 20 years ago. That was almost 30 years ago. That was when I was. Yeah, I say 20-something years ago.
Yeah.
I was probably 13 and some shit.
I don't count.
And I wasn't even, and I was too young to have, and I had to hook up on that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mr. Gilbert, this guy that used to give my mom summer youth jobs. He gave me my first job. I think I was making $220, $235 every 2 weeks. I think the last check of the year be like $500.
Jeez.
And all I did was spend that on sneakers. And school clothes to go back to school. That was a good.
Summer
jobs is a good way.
Yeah.
Summer jobs is just a good way to stay out your parents' pockets for the summer.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
To be flying in the other kids
just
too.
a little add-on money to whatever they gonna buy you for the school year. But I did that one time in my life, and ever since then I've been on my fucking grind.
I want to ask you some random questions that I was thinking of now.
Alright.
I want to run through, like, they can be like one word answers and everything, man.
Alright, cool.
Alright. Best Cameron record ever.
Pull it.
Yeah? Best Jim Jones record ever.
Ballin'.
So to me, that's probably the most.
That's the hit.
The hit, but to me is
What's your personal favorites?
Harlem. 7th, Lennox. What about the East Side? That's my favorite.
Big joint, and the beat's crazy.
That's my favorite joint.
I like that because I used to like the Memory Lane joint as well, man.
Because I had that. Well, S.A.S actually produced that.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, S.A.S produced that song, and I had that
S.A.S
beat.
and Aguilar had some joints, bro.
I had that beat for years. I had that beat. I used to have like. You here? So this is my mom's crib.
Yeah.
I used to have a bunch of shoe boxes, Jordan boxes. Way just like that shit used to look like decorations and
like an addition.
Some of them be sneakers, some be boxes of money, some be motherfucking CDs. And I used to just have a beat CD box,
CDs.
and that beat used to be in there. And
before the
he
USBs.
gave it to Jim, and Jim turned it to Magic. That's why I just say everything ain't for everybody.
Yeah.
I had the beat for.
You didn't like it, or you just didn't. You didn't have nothing for it.
I just didn't have nothing for it. I didn't come up with.
It didn't click.
That.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
What about alright? So, favorite Juelz Santana record?
Who Am I?
Yo, that's my favorite too, bro. Like, Who Am I?
That's
People have tried to like recreate that song with just stuff of hearing his. The way he was talking about his mums and shit was crazy, bro.
I was with him
when he made that joint.
I was with him when he recorded half of. I was with him when he recorded damn near all that album.
That was that album was crazy,
a lot of the
bro.
Diplomat Immunity was Juelz's album. He just.
This is what I was gonna say. That it was like that album there alone made what was that From Me to You? That's what made the buzz for that album so lit, because people had heard this Dipset album and they'd already made up their mind who their favorite was off of that. You know what I mean? At that point, because he was the fresh blood in the crew. You know what I'm saying? The young G going ham, Fly. Thanks. You know what I mean? And the Heatmakers beats, bro.
Yeah, they
and him and
I just worked because I'm a ghostwriter too, but I just worked with wrote a song with the Heatmakers for some other artists.
Yeah,
I'll be out real soon. But
see that Dipset, like, you bust the Heatmakers, or you made Heatmakers hot.
Heatmakers.
You put them on.
He make not they. You could say they was working with other people, but they really got famous with Dipset because that became what Dipset's signature sound was the speed up
the samples. Yeah, I love it, man. That's why I loved it so much. It was just beautiful, man.
So
beautiful.
Like
music.
I said, like God put us together for a reason.
Favorite type of weed?
Cookies, OG Kush. Purple Haze Sour. Well, my favorite right now is cookies.
Cookies, yeah. Favorite kicks?
Jordans.
Yeah, all day.
Huh?
All day long, yeah.
All
day
Jordans,
yeah.
Any mic. Not any mic, because they come out with some bullshit.
Yeah.
All the classics,
the
all
duds,
the I get those.
Favorite New York rapper of all time?
Biggie Smalls.
Facts.
I have him tatted on me.
Baby.
On my wall.
Yeah, I see that on the wall. That's fast, man. Favorite part of New York?
Harlem.
We already know.
And what? How do you feel about
Cause this really pisses me off, man.
How do you feel about like the whole Dipset London thing that had been sort of, I guess,
on the internet and shit.
It's an unfortunate situation because we have a lot of fans out there.
A lot.
And I'll say this, and I'm gonna keep this politically correct, that's because
Yeah.
just so nobody feathers get ruffled. I just feel like that there's a lot of people that did bad business moves, and that's what comes out the situations when you do bad business. That's what comes out of it.
Yeah,
bad
that's
business.
the end result.
So,
Yeah.
But shout out to all my fans out in London and to the UK, and you know what I'm saying. And one day I'll be able to come out there and do a big concert for y'all, man.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna happen, man. 100%. Man. Has to.
I've never been out there.
Never.
I've never been to the UK. I need to be out there.
Yeah, you definitely do, bro, man.
I reached there. My music, my essence is out there, but physically I never touched their soul.
Yeah,
so I need
to be out there with the people.
I got a lot of friends in Brixton and
yeah,
shit
you're
like
saying
that.
Bricky, man.
Yeah.
Bricky's gully, man. You know what I mean? It's
facts.
strong over there still.
The hood.
Yeah, they get it in. Facts.
Yeah.
Even they were calling it like Harlem over in Harlesden as well. There's a place called Harlesden, which is NW10.
Yeah,
they greasy over there too.
Yeah, everybody put their own twist on. The ghettos everywhere. Like,
inspired by that.
People only think of all the fashion and all the pretty shit out there. They don't know this is a ghetto on its projects and its tenements. And same thing we go out here.
Right.
Same shit.
I always feel like even me, I dress like I'm from here, man.
Shotting.
Yeah, that's what we do. Shotting. That's
shotting.
it. It's true because there's like a different word for each thing. Sometimes when I'm talking to Americans, I
the
have to
champs. They call it champagne the champs.
Champs. Yeah, you be
Champs.
knowing, yo.
I know the slang, you know what I'm saying?
That's you're on point, bro. That's on point, man. Champs.
The champs.
Busting bottles of that champs, popping champs.
Yeah,
you right. We're the crumpets. Drinking crumpets, eating crumpets, drinking tea. We definitely drink. We don't really eat crumpets. That's some old school shit. But we definitely drink tea.
Yeah, definitely.
100%. That's the first drink in the morning. Most English people.
They mix the wheat.
Black, white, or Spanish.
They mix the weed
Asian,
with the tobacco.
You know what I mean? Yeah. We mix that in the Rizla with tobacco. That's a fact. Over here they be using Fronto and shit like that. Blunts, backwards. You know what I mean? It's different. Shotting, you're right.
Well, that's
trapping.
That's
they want to say trapping now, but
trapping, but it's shotting. You know what I'm saying? That's what I know. My man be shotting.
Hustling, yeah, real talk, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Real talk, bro. You down with the some people, they're ignorant to that, bro.
Yeah, shout out to the Euro gang. Shout out to Mega and May. I never really had no problem with them personally. Their problem was really with Juelz, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Due to, it's just unfortunate situation.
Again, like you said, it is what it is.
Shout out to Mega and May. I got a classic song with Mega and May.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
On their joint?
Story to Tell. That's a classic drink. People to this day, everybody be like, that shit you did with S.A.S. Shout out to S.A.S, man. Like I said.
I mean, I interviewed them on an episode because I was probably like one of the only other brothers from New York aside from them that was coming to the hood, not just to Manhattan.
I fucks with Mega and May. We got along.
And people was asking about them a lot, man.
We got a long future. I remember when they first came to America, they was the flyest motherfuckers out. Cool G's, Pradas, all that shit. Iceberg. They was them dudes. Shout out to them, Euro.
But they talked highly of like a lot of people in our interview, man. They never slandered no one, you know what I mean? And that was genuine too.
Like I said, unfortunate situation.
Yeah, that's it, man. It is what it is, bro. Life as such. You know what I mean?
Because for years, I ain't gonna lie, for years they was telling, they used to tell us. They used to be like, yo, man, those guys that I took their money, like something happened to where a manager that used to manage Juelz took some money from them, indebted them, and never did the shows. And they used to be like, yo, these guys were serious.
Yeah, if they're from
when they
South,
got out there, they just seen just how serious it was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I think Juelz done well with the situation in a way though, because
it was a
messy
situation.
he spun it though.
It was a messy situation, but that's what happens when you put people that's untrustworthy in the head of your business, and that's it'd be fucked up situations. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, bro, facts. Yeah. But it's like for me, I think England. Let's take away the politics and the bullshit. I think the public in England lost out of that situation more than anyone.
Yeah, man.
Like, fuck the egos, fuck the money, whatever.
Man, the fans miss out.
Yeah, that's what I mean by the public. The fans, I should reword it.
We
but
miss out. Make the money.
I missed out when they was gonna do that show. I was ready for that, bro. I was like, oh my gosh,
we just
it's
miss
gonna
out.
be lit.
Just like, man, I'm saying, I pray one day that
gets leveled out. Yeah, facts, man.
Ain't nothing good gonna come out of violence and something about entertainment.
I want to see Dipset in England as well, man.
Man, who don't?
Even individually.
Dipset in New York.
Yeah,
I want to see it as
like
one.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But,
that'd be crazy, right?
you know what I'm saying? Man, you know, just wish for the best. That's what I say.
Yeah, facts, man. So what? So your next project?
Vanilla Sky.
Vanilla Sky. That's a crazy
Classic
name, bro.
Shit,
Yeah.
classic hardcore.
Did you like the
New
movie
York
Vanilla
Tune.
Sky?
Yeah, I checked the movie out, but
the name wasn't related to that.
The name, I always ever since I seen the title or name, I just thought that shit was flavorful.
Yeah, it's crazy name,
like
right?
A flavorful high, like the
Yeah,
sky, like, you know what
you're
I'm
right.
saying? So that's what the album is really based.
It's a dope
on.
title, you know, bro.
Yeah, it's nostalgic, and,
Yeah, it is.
and I spell it different. I spell it SKYE.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? They give it its own little flavor. Somebody will get mixed up or copyright infringements or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's a bit more about
just-
copywriting because it's not like you've jacked the name. It's different.
Yeah,
it's because it's the flavor rather
it's
than
the
the meaning.
flavor,
You know what I
you know what
mean?
I'm
It's
saying?
like you can make it whatever you want.
I've been working on
You
that
feel me?
project for like 3 years. It's just been timing. I got so much.
I got some producers. I'm gonna send you some shit as well, man. You may like some of this shit.
I got
You can
so
have that.
many. I got so many songs for that, but I'm about to summer it out. I'm about to get that shit to the people. I'm gonna drop that shit unexpectedly like bird shit. I swear. It's just one day y'all gonna wake up on Instagram and y'all gonna see the poster and the link
Facts.
to it.
We supporting that for you, man. Anything we can post and repost and send to the blogs in England and that for you, man. I'm fucking with you, bro, man. Real talk, man.
Just support whatever I'm putting out from the clothing. Like I said, we got Gmail at Cranberry and Vodka at Gmail. Also follow Cranberry and Vodka on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. I am Un Kasa. Go get the sneaker, the Night Pool, Reebok, Kickology collabo I did. You can get that at kickology.com.
I'm gonna post that on my Instagram as well because we filmed it in here, man.
Definitely.
That shit lit.
Shout out to the web series. We on episode 4. Episode
Go
5
check it
will be
out.
out next Monday at 8 a.m. in the morning. So go check that out and subscribe on YouTube. The Brooklyn Way, DA Brooklyn Way. We up to episode 4. Like I said, shout out to Gab Murder, my man Age, Leah Child, a whole lot of us. So it's an all-star cast of dope New York people. Shout out my
Something
man
for them to
12.
look forward to.
We getting ready for this flight in the morning. We'll be in
Yeah, LA.
We're gonna check
Jeez.
out. We're gonna be in Hollywood.
That's
Check
another
out.
thing we gotta let the people know because Kasa told me, yo, we can definitely do this shit, but I'm flying out tomorrow. I'm like, oh man.
I told him come out.
He's like, let's do it
come
now.
out. I said we're gonna do that shit today, man.
Facts.
You know.
And we here, man. We in the projects in Harlem, man.
Yeah, for real.
Real
man.
talk,
We
true
in the
stories.
Zion homes, man. We in the hub. We here, man. We at Mama Casa's location, man. We still in the hub.
Does Harlem miss Max B?
Yeah, Harlem miss Max B. I miss Max B, man. Like I said, unfortunate situations, man. Like I'm saying,
Very talented, man.
very talented. It's a waste of talent, man. That's being incarcerated.
I always felt like he was like the best singer that never sung.
Yeah, he like everybody.
You know what I mean?
Like I feel like it's a million Max B's right now. Like
There is, bro.
He
There
gave
is.
everybody. He gave everybody courage that
Maybe
always
too
wanted. He gave everybody courage that wanted to
try and sing their own hook.
Like,
Yeah, you're
you know what I'm
right.
saying?
Because 50 was the only one that was touching it before, but it wasn't the same.
Yeah, man.
Max
Shout
B
out
was
to
like,
Max B, free Max
he
B,
didn't
man.
even care if he was in note or in key. That's why I say the best singer that never sung, because he was just so flagrant.
It was his wave. He invented that wave. It was his wave. You know what I'm saying? It was
Free
dope.
Max,
It
man.
was so
Hopefully
free
one day he
Max.
can, come
Man,
out
I hear
and
all
bless the
type
people
of
again. They're
stories
still.
about Max. He's coming home. He's doing this. I pray for the best anybody.
Yeah,
Like,
me
worst
too, man.
enemy, worst
Facts.
nightmare. I mean, my worst enemy. Like I said, man.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. I still listen to and watch some of his stuff from back in the days. Even his interviews, Max was a entertainer. He was very entertaining.
Because I met Money Handsome over here last year and chopped it up with him and that
Yeah,
good dude.
man, Money Handsome.
And I ended up like realizing he was one of the dudes from the old videos too, but I didn't remember at the time. I just thought I was meeting a dude that I looked familiar, but he was a
That's
good
Jim
dude
Jones'
too.
little cousin.
No way.
Yeah, that's his cousin.
Yeah, good guy, man.
Shout out to my man Dog.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, BBD. What's that?
They got
Billion
Nino,
Dollar
man,
Dreams.
yeah.
You know, BDD.
But what? Did they
Shout
say?
out
Did they
Nino,
say
man.
Alpo
Nino-
came home?
Yeah, I heard he's home.
But not home, obviously. But
I
out.
haven't seen him.
No
you know,
way.
people that from his era seen him. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different era.
Yeah.
I'm not.
But that's still legend. That's why Harlem's crazy,
you know,
because it goes from there's never a quiet moment, if that makes sense. There's never a dull moment.
That's a situation that it's gonna be always a touchy situation in Harlem.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course, man.
Shout out Rich Porter, God bless Rich Porter, God bless Donnell Porter, God bless Velma Porter, the whole Porter family. Shout out AZ, the whole
Yeah,
Mob
facts.
style.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, real talk, bro. Well, I feel like the title of my podcast, Real Talk, True Stories. I think that's just what happened, man. Like, for real, it's my favorite one so far, man.
Man, this is the realest it's gonna get. This is
It's my favorite one, bro.
This is Un
Facts.
Kasa, uncut raw, man. You know, we smoking the best weed right here. You know what I'm saying? Getting ready. I just finished packing my clothes.
Yeah.
Get ready for an early ass flight. Long. How long is that flight? 5
2
hours.
hours, nigga.
Huh?
Might be out.
Nah, it might be 3, 2, I don't know, man. LA, yeah?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
that's
shit
gotta be longer than that.
5 hours.
That's
nigga.
west to east, right?
5 hours.
Yeah, see, look. You stand corrected.
Yeah, so,
Correct. 5-hour flight.
It's the weed. That's how you know the weed's good, bro.
Like I said, we got a 5 hour flight. I'm about to, charge my laptop up,
Get it
load
in.
some music on my iPhone. You know what I'm saying? Get my earphones ready. You know.
I want to thank you for having me, man.
Man,
in
that's
a,
a pleasure,
you know what I mean?
man.
In a personal environment,
thanks,
bro.
Man.
You know what I
Thanks
mean?
for giving me the outlet to talk about a lot of shit, man.
Nah, I told you, bro. When I
You know
see you at the
what I'm
Jones shoot, when I said, "Yo, come to the side, yo, man, I fuck with you,
appreciate
bro, man."
Like,
Real talk, bro.
I definitely took some time on my day to wait for you.
Thank you.
To make sure, you get this piece of history. You know what I'm saying? We talked about a lot of dope shit. We didn't just talk about Dipset.
Nah, it
we
wasn't
talked
just about that, man.
my life. You know what I'm saying? We got to get in tune with some of my friends that's here. Shout out to my man 12. He's a young guy on the rise.
Yeah, definitely.
shout
Good
out-
peoples too, man. We've been chopping it up, man.
Shout out my boy's girl. His girl got a website on P and Olive.
Yeah.
She sell the dopest futuristic shades.
Oh, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Go check her out. P and Olive. That's the name of the website, right? PNOlive.com. You can hit her on Instagram. P and Olive. Tell her Un Kasa sent you. Use my 20% discount.
Oh, you got a code,
You know
yeah?
what I'm saying? I got a
Yeah.
discount. Put in-
Lit.
Put in-
Take advantage of that,
you know what I'm
man.
saying?
Go get it. Go
Un
get it.
Kasa, man. Hold on. Who that? Yeah, P and Olive. Yeah, you can hit her by P and Olive on Instagram. You DM for the for the purchase inquiry. She got the Zoes is my favorite. These is the Zoes. right?
Yeah.
The Zoes is my favorite joint. The yellow Zoes, get those. She got pink Zoes, but my favorite joint she got is the Zoes. Dope shit. Like
Crazy.
I said, shout out to my homegirl Penelope. That's my man.
They need
12
to be
wifey.
checking that out, man.
Check her out, P and Olive. Let her know she got plugged on all over the world. It's just gonna be out in the UK. So,
Facts.
like I'm saying,
That's
yeah,
it,
we
boy.
got shit. Look out for my man 12's clothing line coming real soon. Oliver 12.
Oliver 12.
Coming
Be on
real
the look.
good. Be on the look. That's gonna be nothing but straight luxury hoodies, crew necks, strap bag hats, book bags, coats, a lot of dope shit, man. All the fly shit you like, that's what Oliver 12 is gonna be, man.
Check that shit
It's
out.
a lifestyle brand, man. He might make fucking plates.
That's the dopest shit when people be doing that, because
lifestyle
most markets are
brands.
saturated. You
Yeah,
feel me?
man,
So
we
it's like
make
you gotta find that
lifestyle
new pocket.
brands, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my man Shice Bub.
Might be
He
making
got
some
the-
candles
he
and
got
shit.
the-
You know what I mean? Like,
He got the dope. He got the dope smoking utensils, ashtrays, grinders.
yeah, that shit dope. I saw that shit online,
weed
man.
canisters to keep the weed fresh. Like, I'm a big connoisseur of the weed, man. Legalize marijuana, man. It's medical. It helps you, man.
Yeah, it does.
I see a bunch of people drink alcohol. I'd rather forget to ban alcohol than to ban marijuana.
That breaks down your immune system,
I
man.
tell you this, I done seen people act crazy. You ever go to a room, right? Put a bunch of liquor in a room, and then you put a bunch of people in a room with weed. I bet you see the outcome. You go to the weed room, everybody gonna be chilling,
Talking.
laughing, chilling, talking about some real dope
Thinking
shit.
of some new business ideas.
the alcohol side is gonna be real hectic and
Rowdy.
crazy. You know what I'm saying? So,
you're right.
man, help, man, legalize it for the medicinal and for enjoyment.
You know
People
why?
need
You
this.
know why it's like that though.
Man, it's
The tax.
I remember
There's no
at
tax.
one time when
It's the money, bro.
I remember at one time alcohol was illegal. They gonna legalize on marijuana. They just gonna make their money from it.
It needs to be
But
taxed
I
by
don't
the
care.
government.
I
That's what
need
it
it.
is.
It helps me. It calms me down
Yeah,
sometimes.
make you chill. Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So,
You know, there's been times where people are high, but you know, weed does bring people together, man. People like, yo, if he's got a paper, I run out. I got a weed. He got the papers. He's run out of weed. I run out of papers. We're gonna automatically link, and we building something together, talking. We're gonna connect. Whereas if it's a thing where,
it's just like
you know, I bump into him drunk,
got
it's a
blunt,
different story.
got smoke, put them together.
Yeah, it's a fact, man. That dark liquor be making people crazy.
Yeah, that liquor, I done seen liquor turn people into
different
totally
person.
different people.
Yeah, facts.
Weed, I never seen nobody bug down on weed unless they shit was laced or something.
Yeah,
But like I said, I love marijuana, man. I
Me
love
too.
it. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of
Come to
people
New
do,
York.
man.
Come to New York, I introduce you to some of
The finest.
to the finest.
They got some moon rock shit in LA, right? At the
Yeah, the
moment.
moon rock, we're gonna definitely test
You
it.
need
Finest
tomorrow,
New
you
York
think?
shit.
I can't wait to
West
I can't
Coast.
wait to land. I want to get my hand on some of that moon rock. I need some
That's
of that
corrupt
OG
and shit.
Kush.
I've heard on the
I need
store.
some of
That's
that
it,
liquid marijuana.
Woo.
They got. I need
Lit. Letitia.
We gonna me and my man going to Roscoe's.
Chicken and waffles,
We gonna,
yeah?
we gonna me and my
Yeah,
man
yeah.
going to Rodeo. We going to the Hollywood Walk of Fame. We gonna take some
Bow.
dope ass pictures.
Bow.
We gonna take care of some business while we out there. We gonna
Yeah,
shout out
connect
to
with
my
the people,
man
man.
Capito Pagante. We gonna check out the OVO store. Shout out my man Champagne Poppy. Shout out my man Bucksy Luciano. We going to
Oh, is he with you tomorrow?
Man. Yeah, we going out
Yes.
to LA, man. We going. That's the first time me and my man
tell
go
them
out
that
to
I like
LA
to fuck to
by
this
ourselves.
music, man.
I ain't touched LA. I ain't touched LA in about
7 years.
Oh,
no,
shit.
4 years.
probably a long
Long.
minute.
It's long.
It's a minute, like 2 years. Last time I've been to Cali, probably a year last year, some shit like that.
Yeah.
But LA, we invading 12 Casa, we invading LA tomorrow.
Right.
We fly. If you see a kid in that custom made Thriller outfit with them ones on,
Holla,
that's
your
me.
boy.
With the Michael Jackson peak dangling off the neck, that's me. See, this is the segment of the podcast where I front, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? This is the part where nigga front right here.
Hey, what's the bars again on the Dipset intro? The Equinox shit. That shit was crazy.
Equinox, this is when we start. You hear the rubber bands, this is when we start. This is when we counting the money and all that.
Money.
You know what I'm saying? We counting that money. Right bag over there full. You know what I'm saying? We over there, this is how we playing. Y'all might can't see this, but you can hear that. Look. I'm counting.
I'm not even gonna film it though. Can't.
Let me count a
Just
G
for the
footer
ears.
real quick. You know what I'm saying? Just for the ears, man. This is only for motivational use
Purposes.
only, motivational purposes only, man. We just trying to motivate the people, man.
Facts.
Young, rich black kids that's trying to find
Come
a way
up.
out here without hurting anybody,
Yeah, real
man.
talk, man.
Like I said, go get my clothing line, go get my music, go watch my movies. Come on, man. I'm gonna drop a
Was
book.
you in Killer Season?
Yes, I was in
Yeah,
Killer
yeah,
Sea.
that's what I'm saying, man.
I had a small little clip
yeah,
getting
but
off
it
the
was
private
dope, though.
jet with the
Yeah.
jewelry box, Stein Cranberry, Rockstar shit. Like I said, man, this is the part of the segment of the podcast. This is when we stunt.
That's why I
You know
bring it
what I'm
up.
saying? But nah, like I said, I like to have fun. Shout out my bro, he came to check me today, man. This is the illest podcast ever.
Yeah.
I hope this should get a lot of fucking views because
Yeah,
I'm
me
really
too,
pouring
man.
my heart. I'm really giving you the real Un Kasa. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
think they're gonna
said,
fuck with it heavy, bro.
look for
We're gonna get a picture after. to
no
make sure
later
there's
than
some promotion,
October,
man.
November. Y'all gonna get the Vanilla Sky project. It's gonna be some dope visuals.
Listen,
with
follow
that.
his Instagram, man. That's where
Follow
you're
my
gonna see what he's doing,
Instagram.
man.
Check out the web series. Go get the sneaker. Check out the clothes.
You got Snapchat?
Yeah, I got Snapchat, but I'm really on
know,
the
yeah,
Insta
yeah, that's
Snap. But
cool, yeah,
I'll be on the
yeah.
Snapchat. I'm at I am Un Kasa 1. I think on Snapchat, something like that. We'll get all that. My man gonna get all that.
Yeah,
all
we're
my
gonna
links
put it all underneath.
You know what I'm saying? I'm about to really get heavy on the Facebook because people be like, "Yo, Facebook is the wave." So I'm really an Instagram.
Yeah, it's
and
a strange
Twitter
one,
guy.
man.
You know what I'm saying? I even slacked up off the Twitter. I used to be a big Twitter head, but like I said, I'm really on to the Instagram. I like to show the visuals. I like to show what I create, talk a little shit here and there.
Yeah.
But like I said, man, we got the illest podcast out. We got my man 12 with me.
Bro, I honestly feel like this is my favorite one I've ever done, bro, because you know what it is. Even though there's no visual, the energy's dope. I come from Brooklyn, from the 90s. Pulled up in a totally different hood in Harlem. It's crazy. We're in the project buildings where it all started for a lot of people over here. We're talking some ill shit, bro.
This
some
right
genuine
here,
shit.
this is like, some people would call it a private, but this is really like a cold vibe. This is like a private owned building.
Over across the street, though. I walked through there.
That's Drew Hamilton.
Yeah.
That was the PJ. But we all went, this is one family, Drew Mother 10.
Yeah.
Drew Mother 10.
I mean, I got out of the taxi over there and had to walk through there.
Yeah.
Through the other side, and you know what I mean? I stopped to get some food and shit.
Like I said, he
Real
touching
shit,
the
bro.
people, man. He came to see me uncut. He caught me on a busy week, man, and I took
That's love,
time
bro.
out.
Thank you.
I took time out. Nah, this is dope. I appreciate it. This was kind of fun.
Yeah,
it gives my man
with
12
it,
a perspective of, you know, how to conduct yourself in the interview and shit I talk about, and get them, just show them a perspective of where the.
I hope they understand. Like that, I'm not. You know, sometimes you can have an interviewer come and they'll tell you how great you are because they have to, because it's their job. I don't have to do that because it's not like that. And I hope they understand that. I hope they understand that there's that when I say that something that really stands out to me is that anytime there was like a move with Dipset, you was always standing by your guy Juelz. You know what I mean?
Oh, nah, that's my brother.
Nah, because that's something that money can't buy, man.
Nah, money can't buy loyalty.
I see that from a
money
distance.
can't buy loyalty, man. Money can't. It's never gonna buy loyalty. It's the bond. And like I said, sometimes me and Juelz, we bump heads. Sometimes we might not speak for months, but I love him.
Yeah.
And he love me. And when we see each other, it's always that mutual respect. It got to the point where, like myself, my man 12 right here, he done been to Juelz. Juelz got a few cribs. He done been to him. You know what I'm saying? So
Juelz, man, I can't wait for another Juelz album, man.
Man, we
I
all
want that,
can't
man.
wait.
I'm ready for it.
Go get that single right now. I think it's on iTunes. It's on the SoundCloud right now. It's called Windows featuring Mozart. You know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to
Even
come
the God
out.
Willing joint was crazy, man.
Shout out before I get out of here.
Yeah.
September 16th, I will be performing in New York at Stage 48 alongside BBOD, Cool America, and don't forget Young M.A. Ooh, the building gonna be lit. And I will be out in D.C. on the 10th with BBOD for the big concert, Meek Mill, OT Genesis.
Jeez.
It's gonna be crazy.
Sound crazy, bro.
Like I said, shout out to Karen Civil. She's hosting that.
Oh, for real? She from Harlem too, right?
Nah, Karen Civil actually is from Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Oh, okay. But she worked for Dipset.
Yeah, she came
in the building.
Yeah. That's like, she was my ex-girlfriend. I was my girl.
What?
Yeah.
Yo,
years ago.
He's dropping. Yeah, this is the moments right here, bro.
Yeah, shit, like me and her had was in a relationship. But shout out to Karen. She's doing real big things.
Yeah.
The Hillary Clinton campaign and all. Like
that's crazy.
Karen, I know you probably heard.
That says a lot about your character, though, bro.
Nah,
you gotta hold down that level of intelligence to make a woman with that power.
Definitely, because she came in the game. Yeah. She came in the game on a grind. She came in the game just like anybody else. Yeah. Like I'm saying, you might have heard little stories. I don't know about Karen and with Dipset, but you know, she's doing her thing, and I'm not here to condemn nobody. You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody makes mistakes, and overall, she got a pure heart. She's a very smart girl.
Yeah, exactly. What happened to forgiveness? A lot of people forgot it.
Yeah, people, you gotta forgive. You don't have to forgive, but you can forgive. Yeah, and like I said, shout out to Karen Civil and everything she doing. She doing her fucking thing right now. She's like, I done seen Karen come from intern. She always had that ambition.
The edge, yeah. Bro, I appreciate you, man. Again,
no problem.
Kasa, real G.
Shout out to everybody.
Real G, man. From London to Harlem, we in this. Real Talk True Stories. We on tour right now, man.
True Stories.
I feel like I'm on tour, man. I'm in Harlem.
You know Real Talk True Stories podcast featuring Un Kasa.
Yo,
rap.
It's lit. Love G.